right. What's up, you guys? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. What's up? Let me see something real quick. All right. Let's go. All right, you guys, what's up? Welcome to day 3 of this 3-day risen. No, I said 3-day risen. Welcome to Risen, you guys. This 3-day experience. Today is day 3 and it's called Your Rise. So, we're about to get into it today. I'm gonna wait a couple minutes just to see, give people a chance to get on, but we're about to get right into this. I'm super excited about today. And I hope you are too. So, we're about to get into this, okay? Let's see. If you are here, okay, first of all, thank you for being here. And I want you to drop your name in the comments so I can give you a shout out because you showed up because you're here. And I want to honor you for being here. So go ahead and put your name in the comments. Now, like I said, disclaimer, if you cannot comment below, it's just because you aren't subscribed. So make sure that you are subscribed and that you're following me, and then you can leave a comment below. So let's get going, you guys. Because I can't see who's all in here. So I want to make sure that I say hi to everybody that's here. All right. So let me start it off. What's up, you guys? All right. Let me make sure that the sound and everything is good. And I don't see anything. So, y'all, we should be good today. We should be good. We should be good today. All right, guys. Remove it. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh, Nate said, hey, what's up? What's up? Ooh, you're back. Peace. What's up? Uh, Your Joy, right? I remember asking you that yesterday. I just want to make sure because I don't think I saw your reply. It was all getting all messed up yesterday. So I just want to make sure. So then I call you your name. You're like, what's up, girl? What's your first name? Yes, Joy. Okay. All right. Woof. Woo. I want to make sure. I thought it was Joy, but I was just like, I gotta make sure. So thank you so much for being here. What's up? How's your day been so far? How has it been? Come on. How has your day been? Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. You didn't hear yesterday? Oh, yeah. It was some things going on yesterday. And I get it because yesterday was the tomb experience. And sometimes within that, things like that happen. I had to remind myself of that too. Um, and not get bothered, or too frustrated with all the things that were going on. And I was like, "It's okay. It's alright. This is what happens sometimes." And I had to remind myself of that. So, so I'm just grateful that you're here today. I'm just grateful that you're here. I'm sorry. I'm like all amped and everything, like, coming from the dance party and just listening to the music and some songs from the playlist, even a song that wasn't on the playlist that I was just like, I just need to hear. I just feel like I need to hear that song. Dancing to it, it was really cool. So it's been a good, relaxing day. I'm glad to be here. Oh, I'm glad you're here too. Thank you for your support and for showing up. And I really appreciate that. Not just the support, but also just showing up for yourself. Also showing up to complete this experience. You know what I mean? Like there's whew, been a lot of things, but today is going to be a little bit different, you guys. So today, instead of me just giving you so much information all at once, this is about the rise. And we're going to get into that, but we're also going to have a little fun too. Not a little fun, I feel like a lot of fun. So I'm going to get into this and start this off, but I just wanted to let you guys know that this is going to be a little different today. And I wanted to make sure that every day had its own thing. So you guys, when I put things together, I think it completely through. And I did tell you guys that I was going to be opening up this today. So I am going to open it up. And I have another note in here that I want to open up to you guys. So I'll wait to the end to open that up so I can share that with you guys if you watch the video during the break on day 1. I wrote it down in real time and I was like, I'm gonna save it for the last day. So I'm gonna open it up. Just if I forget, y'all remind me, okay? If I forget, just remind me. All right. Whew. let's do a little bit of a recap so far. So far, we talked about on day 1 about the death, okay? We talked about really, deciding it's when you start deciding, like, this doesn't work for me, this doesn't work for me, X, Y, and Z, like, when you really start seeing things change a little bit and you start feeling uncomfortable, right? Because you know that something's happening, something's shifting, and, you know that wherever you are in life, you're like, "I don't wanna be where I'm at, I wanna be somewhere else." You know what I'm saying? I want to evolve, or I want my finances to evolve, or I want to start X, Y, and Z. I want to do something, something shifts. It can even just be your mindset that shifts, okay? And so that's the death experience. It's more than that, but you'll have to go back and watch video 1 for that. But then 2, yesterday we went over the tomb. And inside of the tomb, most people they don't even make it out the tomb experience. Okay? The tomb experience is when you really start to hear your own voice. You really get into silence, you really get into rest, you really get into hearing your voice, deciding what you really want. It's when identity comes up, I feel like the most. Of course, identity comes up with the death experience, but with the tomb experience, it comes up a lot because during that time, I think you're shedding different things and who you're deciding that you're not anymore, right? That old identity, right? You're separating the two within the tomb, right? You're able to hear self more. You're able to communicate with your nervous system more. We went over 333, 444. So, of course, today, which is the fifth, we're going to go over 555. And happy Sun Day, you guys. Did y'all get that? Sunday? Yeah, I know, but I'm silly. But happy Sunday, you guys. So let's get into this real quick. First, I'm gonna start off with what rising actually means. Okay. I think we all know, but I just want to say it in my own way. Okay. When you rise, it means that your life is starting to reflect your transformation. Okay. So it's different from the tomb because in the tomb, you're transforming, you're deciding, you're making decisions, you're, setting boundaries, different stuff like that. But when you rise, you've transformed and now you're starting to see the transformation outside of you. Okay. In the tomb, that's where most of the transformation happens within. When you rise, the transformation happens outside of you. Okay. So that's about the rise. Let's get into the 555 and let's get that out the way. You guys, 5, we know that the number 5 means change, right? I think that that's been like a repetitive thing. A lot of people are like, "Yeah, number 5 means change," but it also means a lot more than just change. So, you guys, this is the 5th day, so I did this live at 5:55 PM, okay? 5 not only represents change, but it represents action. It represents not thinking, just not planning, but just moving, doing something, doing. It's all about action. So 555 is also representation of that too, representing change, but also transformation, movement. It just is heightened because you see it 3 times. So if you've been saying 555 lately, definitely that's a sign that some things are changing in your life if you've been seeing the number 5. And also how I do it is sometimes even if I'm not saying the 555 or the number 5, I might see 14 and I might just add those numbers together and be like, "Oh my gosh, 1 plus 4 is 5. Something's happening. Something's changing. Dun, dun, dun." So, I do stuff like that all the time. Like, I used to do it so much to where I had to stop myself, like, stop because I was adding up, like, everywhere I looked, if I saw a sign on the road and it was like 35 was the speed, I was like, "8! Abundance is coming my way." Like, y'all, I'm so serious. So don't go on a road trip with me because, well, maybe now, but then you wouldn't be able to go on a road trip with me because I was like looking at every sign that was on the side of the road, like that was like the mile sign, right? And I'll be looking at that, adding up all the numbers, license plate, adding up all the numbers. I don't, anybody else have done that before? Have y'all done that? I want y'all to put in the comments if you've done that before. Adding up the numbers, and just going wild with it. I mean, even the time, just looking at the time and adding up the numbers. I'm like, oh shoot, it's 11:15, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my God. Like I'm just like, y'all listen. When I was really into numbers, I was doing that all the time. You said yes. I was doing that all the time. I was like, oh my God. And I had to stop myself because I'm like, girl, you are going to drive yourself crazy. Your mind is going insane because you keep adding up all these different numbers. You looking at license plates, billboards, like you just silently. It was a building that we used to pass all the time where I lived, and it was 777. Now, that didn't change. But of course, one day it was this number seven. I'm like, yeah, the seven energy, 777. And then it was like 21. And then it was like three, two and one and three. Like, y'all, listen, don't ask me. This is why I say it, like this is just funny. So that's numbers really mean a lot to me. I love numbers. I love working with numbers. And so when I plan things and do things, it's very strategic. Sometimes I might plan a live, and let's say it was like what April 4th, right? I would definitely do my live at 4:40. Like I'm just like that, okay? So I want to kind of just go over that today, if you're on here right now, you are definitely experiencing some type of change, some type of transformation, some type of movement, some type of freedom, breaking some type of old cycle, okay, in your life, because that is what five represents. There are a lot of people that resonate with the number five, and especially if I have my life path numbers or my personal year numbers, they know that number five, it creates this shift, this change in their life. And when I see that, I tell those people, especially if they're the life path number fives, I'm like, yeah, look, you're here to experience a major change, a major shift in your life. And I feel like when it's a life path number, I feel like it's not just for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like it's like that all the way around, but I'm just saying normally when I get my life path number fives and I'm talking to them, I'm like, okay, it's not even just about you. You came to change up the whole thing. Like you're here for your lineage, right? Your bloodline. Like you're here to create some major shifts in your bloodline. Okay. And so that's what I'll be going in, y'all. You said there's 444 building off the highway. Oh my gosh, a 555. What around the way? And I will always be like, that's for me. Look, see what I'm saying? Like that's why you here, because we like-minded. At least I know I'm not the only one, because I was like, my brain was just going crazy thinking about all these numbers, adding them up, and I'm just like, I have to just relax. So I used to just, after a while, I had to tell myself, like, listen, girl, like, calm it down. You good. Every single little thing is not a sign for something, because that's how deep I was. I was thinking everything I saw was a sign. I saw a butterfly. I was like, transformation. What's transforming in my life right now? Like, and I'm not saying you can't do that. I'm saying I was going overboard. I was just like boom, boom, boom. And now I'm not saying that I don't do that today. But what I am saying is that it's just not it's not overwhelming. I'm not overwhelmed by it, okay? Mostly because those things for me now is more confirmation. Okay? It's more confirmation because intuitively I just kind of just feel, I feel things. I might even feel a number and not see it. Like I might just feel the energy that it represents, and then I'm like, okay, all right, this is what's going on right now. Different things like that. So and stuff like that. So I just use my intuition more. And so when I see that, I'm like, yeah, that totally makes sense. That's what's going on right now. Instead of being like, all right, it's telling me what to do. Because I used to make, if y'all didn't know, um, I created a story that went along with numbers, because when I was first learning about the meaning of numbers, I was like, okay, there's definitely a story here, and I feel like it's a message, right? So starting with number one, I'm like, yeah, that's all about newness, and something new is starting. And then two, it's like, man, it's like balance and harmony, and you're coming into each other. So I created a story to help me like really remember. I don't have the story, you guys, but like if I did, I would read it to you. I would read it to you. but I don't have the story anymore. I might recreate it. But it was maybe I'll create it for my kids. Maybe I will create it for my kids so then they will be able to learn more about numbers through like a story. It was a short story, but it went over numbers like 1 through 9, and different things like that. So maybe I'll redo and I'll add like master numbers like 11, 22, and 33. Maybe I'll do something like that. What y'all think? Put a thumbs up. What y'all think? What y'all think? Um, but yeah, so that's why you guys, you're here. Something's shifting in your life and you can feel the shift. You can feel the change. You can feel that something, if it hasn't happened already, which I feel like it's already happening, most of the things that everything that happens energetically first. Ah, my sister's here. Oh my God. What's up, girl? Oh, thanks for being here. Thank you so much. I feel like if you're here, that things are definitely shifting in your life right now and you can feel it. Everything that happens, it always happens energetically first and then into the physical, right? So I automatically know if you're here. You're already feeling the shift. You said you made it. Ooh! I'm excited. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm about to cry. My sister made it. No. But yeah, so if you're feeling that, just know that there are some things that you were holding on to before, and now it's time for you to let it go. You've already risen. I'm gonna talk to you about that before because I want you to know something very important. I know that if you're here, you don't feel the same. I know if you're here, you don't think the same. I know that if you're here, you don't even respond the same way you used to respond because you're not the person that you used to be. Mm. You're not even the person that you used to be. You're not. I know that if you're here. That's the intention I set. Matter of fact, I'm gonna stop right now. And because I'm feeling this and I see the number 4 and look at me counting numbers like 6 minus 2. Yeah, I be I be adding, I be subtracting. Y'all, I'm telling you, it always comes. The number 4 is present here. That means my spirit tribe is here. So I'm gonna stop right here and I'm gonna say, you know what? Thank you so much, God, source, universe. Ooh. Well, okay. Did y'all feel that? Oh, snap. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Spirit Tribe, for being here. God, Source, Universe, Most High. Like, listen, I'm gonna call all y'all out. Thank you so much for being here right now. I really appreciate it. And just let those that are meant to be here be on this live with me today. If there's something that they need to hear that maybe they just need to be reminded of, maybe they're not learning anything new. Maybe they just want to have some fun. Maybe they just want to, you know what I'm saying, chill with me today. Whatever the reason is, I want you to just allow them to receive whatever they need to receive today. And let's just have some fun. Okay. I literally told my cousin that earlier today that I don't show up, think, respond, or speak the way I used to. Oh my God, see? I already know. I'm like, because that's an intention that I said. If you're here, I already know. I feel it and I'm excited. I know it, right? In life, even if nobody else sees it, like we don't have to prove it, but even if nobody else sees it, still move, still do you, still do it because some people, especially some people, they won't see it, especially at first, right? When the shift first happens, because that shift has been for you. It's meant for you. It might not be meant for other people to see it just yet. You know what I'm saying? That shift is meant for you. So I want you to realize that you're not rising for anyone else. You're not rising for you know, anyone else but yourself first, right? I would say that if you're a parent, or something like that, I would say you're rising for yourself. And as you rise for yourself, you're rising for your children. You know what I'm saying? But I want us to think about self first because we are here to service ourselves first. And if we service us, we're able to expand our knowledge, share our wealth with others, our children, our spouses, our family, and it goes on from there, right? Because we're not giving from like an empty cup, an empty tank, right? We're giving after we've given to ourselves. And that's the best way to give to others. That's the best way to do anything is first by giving from where you are. who you are. You know what I'm saying? From a filled cup, right? Feeling, because I'm telling you guys, it's a different feeling when you're doing something and you're super exhausted, right? Anybody know what I'm talking about? When you're doing it from exhaustion and overwhelm and overthinking or obligation, just because you feel like you just have to get it done, versus when you feel motivated, when you have momentum, when you get excited, when you feel like you've rested enough. Even, I don't know. I'm like that, y'all. Am I the only one? You said yes. I'm like, look, look. I know the difference. I can feel the difference. I'm like, listen, when I just get a little bit more rest, I'm like, whoo, I really needed that. And sometimes your body will slow you down on purpose so that you can slow down to be able to hear the message it's trying to give you. And if you don't listen, then it's gonna keep going, and then that's when you'll start feeling the diseases in your body, and you're like, "Oh my freaking gosh!" I was receiving the messages a little bit. I was feeling just a little ache, and then it turned into this big, huge thing because I decided to just keep going. Because a lot of times that's what we're taught, to just keep going no matter how you feel. You got to get it done. You got to meet this deadline. You got to go, 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 go. But they don't teach that through rest. That's where transformation occurs, through silence, through stillness, through filling our cup, through giving to ourselves. That's when we're able to really receive things clearly enough and have the clarity. And we won't need to go so much to everyone else for everything, for all the answers, for this advice and stuff like that. We'll know that we have it. Now, of course, that's extra. There's nothing wrong with that. It's extra though. Okay. What's up? Hi. Oh, what's your name? You gotta put your name in the chat so I can call you by your name. I don't want to say that because I'm not sure if that's you. But yeah, let me know. I love that name, by the way, but I want to know your name so I can give you a shout out. So your soul, listen, I'm right here. Joanne. Hi, Joanne. Thank you for being here so much. I appreciate it. Um, but yeah, guys, so let's get into it. I want to know, what's rising in your life right now? We talked about spring, we talked about moving forward, you guys. I gave y'all the information on that, the intuitive message for the month of April. So we know things are rising to the surface. We also know that the seeds that we've been planting, right? That they've been being watered. We already know during April, those seeds are going to be watering, right? We need to water those seeds. And if you guys continue to follow me, I'm going to be doing videos coming up very soon about how to actually water the seeds you've neglected. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, wait, wait, wait. Because sometimes we put seeds down and then we forget that we planted them. We be like, hold on, wait. Y'all know what I'm talking about energetically, right? We forget that we planted those seeds. We forget sometimes that we decided that this is something that we wanted to do. And then we get distracted because then we get what we get distracted by, guys. Survival mode. We get distracted, right? By certain things that happen in life that are meant to distract us. But what's going on with the world? What's going on with the other person? Or maybe somebody else is asking us to be their everything, right? You know what I'm saying? And so it's like sometimes we get really distracted and we forget the our seeds that we planted ourselves. So it's going to be going over, how do you begin to water the seeds that you've neglected, and also what to do after you planted those seeds. Okay? So we're going to be going over that too. So that's coming up next. But what's needing to rise within you? I want y'all to put that in the comments. You were just writing in your journal about watering the seeds you planted. Ah, you see what I'm saying? That's why everybody that is here is meant to be here. Y'all, listen, we not, come on, come on, come on. You can't, I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna say it. You can't make this up. This is like the thing, okay? I think we've heard this throughout all the social media pages, right? With different people saying this thing. You cannot make it up. No, you cannot. It's energy. It's energetic. When you're intuitive and you go off of your intuition and you're not afraid to do that and you show up anyway, regardless of who shows up with you, regardless of who comments with you, whatever, you just do it anyway. It's meant for a special purpose. And sometimes, and that purpose has dual purposes. One is for you, but also the other purpose is for the other person on the other side of the screen. You never know who's listening. You never know who's watching. You never know who needs to hear this is confirmation. Okay. Most of you, I'm not saying nothing new. This is just confirmation. So today, today is more about experience. So that's why I said it's not going to be so much about information, but it's about experience. Why? I feel like you've already got a lot of information. If you're on here, I feel like you already know. Okay, I'm seeing blinking stuff. I feel like you already know. You have the information. It's number 1, we all have the information already. It's embedded in us. We came here with it. It's within our DNA. We have it. Mhm. We have it in multiple places. Like, it's there. It's definitely there. But also, when you rise, it's about action. It's about movement. Okay? It's about doing things. Okay? It's not just about sitting there and just studying. You've been doing that in the tomb. By the way, I want to ask y'all a question. Some of you were here yesterday when I was talking about the tomb. And so I want to go over that. I want to go over that a little bit. And I want to ask y'all a question. So I don't know. Are y'all ready? Put a heart in the comments if y'all ready. I gotta ask y'all a question. I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you a question, y'all. And we know what, we should just play a game. We should just play a little game real quick. I'm gonna ask you a question. Y'all ready for the heart? Let's go. We gonna play a little game real quick. Because yesterday we went over the tomb experience, and I don't know if y'all got that. We it was so much information yesterday about the tomb experience. It could just go on and on and on. On and on and on. You ready? All right, there we go. We got the heart. Okay. This game is going to be called Leave It in the Tomb. Now, I told you guys we were touching just a tiny bit because this isn't like a religious type of 3-day experience, but it does fall on Easter. So I can't ignore that. And I can't ignore that my Christian background, this is Resurrection Sunday. I cannot ignore that. So I want to bring up just a little bit of that just for a second, because what really got me about that story growing up was the tomb experience that really nobody really talked about, right? But also inside of that tomb, guys, guess what was left? Anybody grew up Christian? I don't know. I'm not ashamed of that either. I'm glad I grew up Christian. Anybody else grew up Christian? I know it was things that happened along the way that you might not have agreed with, that you still probably don't agree with, but I'm not ashamed of it because it got me to where I am today. I learned so much. I learned that God expands beyond my level of consciousness at that time. You know what I'm saying? So I learned so much. It got me here. So I'm grateful to be able to use some of those stories to explain things energetically, not get stuck on if the stories are true or not, because honestly, I don't care. All I know is that I use the stories and the energy of the stories makes sense in our daily life. So the death, resurrection, and the tomb experience, it all makes sense in our regular life. So what happened in that tomb? Something was left. Yes, you brought up Catholic. Okay. Cool. So something was left in the tomb. And when I thought about that, I'm like, well, doggone, ain't that like what happens in our normal everyday life, right? When we go through this experience. Okay, so what was left in the tomb? Garments, right? Jesus left his garments there. That's what they say. Okay, I'm just gonna go off of the story because we're gonna use the energy from it. But they're like, listen, his body was gone, but his clothes was still there. And I was like, oh, snap. So what we leaving in the tomb? That's how I think of it. Hold on, wait. I need y'all to answer that. We're going to play Leave It in the Tomb. Okay. So I want y'all to type one thing that you're leaving in the tomb experience. If y'all wasn't here yesterday with the tomb experience, we talked about the tomb experience is where the real transformation takes place. The tomb experience is protection. It's the space between who you were and who you're becoming. So the old identity is there. What are you leaving in the tomb? What are you not taking with you? What has to stay in that tomb? I want y'all to put it in the comments. What has to stay in that tomb? Because see, when you move and when you rise, there are things that gets left behind. I don't care whether it's people, certain places you don't go to anymore, certain things you don't do anymore, some mental blockages have to be released, some financial mindsets have to shift, some things have to be left in the tomb as you're rising. Right? So what is that? Ooh, empowered. Hey, what's up? Hey, the past. Hey, she said the past. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, the past. It has to be left in that tomb. See, those clothes that was left in the tomb when Jesus was in there, y'all, I got to touch on this. So hope y'all don't get offended, but let me just explain this. The clothes that he died in was left in the tomb because it was like, oh shoot, I don't even resonate with that no more. Like I don't even resonate with the past anymore. See, I know that I've already had my death experience. right? And I was in the tomb and I was going through different things and transforming my mindsets and letting things go and deciding who it is that I wanted to be when I come up out of this tomb. I've worked on my nervous system in this tomb. I worked on my feminine energy or my masculine energy within this tomb. And now I'm ready for the train to take off. Now I'm ready to roar. Now I'm on fire. Now I'm ready to get up because I was sitting down for way too long. I was watching everybody else do stuff. I was waiting for people to say that it was okay for me to do it, people pleasing, all that stuff. So, guess what? What are you leaving in the tomb? What can't go with you in this next chapter in your life? I want y'all leaving in the comments. I got one person that's like, look, the past not going with me. I have to completely let that go. I don't identify with the past anymore. I don't identify with worrying about whatever other people think. I don't identify with that past person. That's my old identity. I realize that my old identity is connected to all my old experiences that although they were showing up in my present moment, they don't have to. It's a decision. Uh-oh. Let's keep going. Self-doubt, anxiety, past experience. Let's go. Oh, we leaving self-doubt. Listen, self-doubt, that's a whole wardrobe. That's oh, that's like a whole shell. That's like your whole avatar shell. You like, listen, self-doubt. I know you come with a lot. You're gonna have to go over here because the whole I can't doubt myself no more. Because if I doubt myself, when I show up, other people are gonna doubt me too. And it's really funny how that happens, right? And some people, you might get a special person that see more in you than you see in yourself. But then you got to ask yourself, when that person is not in your presence, how do you feel without them? So you still got to do the work. What? So let's go. So self-doubt has to go. The anxiety, thinking about the past too much, thinking about the future too much, the anxiety, not knowing what to do, not trusting the process. See, lack of trust produces anxiety. Thinking about the future produces anxiety. Thinking about the past too much produces anxiety. So, anxiety, you got to go. I'm sorry, because I'm fully trusting in this experience here. I know exactly what I'm meant to do. And even if I don't know exactly, I know where to start. And I know that I have to start. So, I'm sorry, but you got to stay in the tomb. What else stand in the tomb? Perfectionism. Oh, wait a minute. I got to pull the mic back for that. Oh my God. Perfectionism. You cannot go. I'm sorry. You got to stay in the tomb. Like, y'all got to start speaking to this energy. You have to start speaking to the energy because it's alive. You can feel it, right? We feel these things before we start acting on them. That means that it's alive. You got to start speaking to perfection and say, listen, baby, I know before we got a little off track. I know I was thinking I needed to do it perfect because I was trying to live up to somebody else's expectation of who I thought I had to be, how I thought I had to do it, what I thought I needed to do. But what I realized was that all I need to do is be my authentic self. So perfectionism, I'm sorry, baby, but the way that I used you before, I can't use you in that way no more. So you got to talk to the energy and let it know, like, listen, baby, I understand where you were. Now, when you use perfectionism, you look at it and you can even say this. First of all, you might be the person that say, I don't need to be perfect. That's one way of looking at it. You can be another person that said, okay, before I looked at perfectionism and it was connected to everything else, all my past experiences. So now, how do I alchemize that same energy? Because also with imperfectionism, within the word and the energy, there is energy that works for me in this way, and there's energy that's attached to the old, and I don't feel like it's working with who I'm becoming, with the part of me I'm remembering. So you can look at perfectionism like, listen, I'm already perfect just doing what I do. I'm already perfect just being who I am. I don't need to become anything else. Me and who I am at the soul level is already perfect. It's all the other things that needs to move out of the way. So you can also look at it like that. Whichever way you look at it, do what you got to do. Talk to the energy and let it know that, listen, baby, now you the captain of your ship. Now you're the captain. You're like, you're not running my life anymore. You said being that little girl from the family who doesn't speak up. Oh, come on. Okay, we okay, listen, now you really talking. Wait. You said being the little girl from the family who doesn't speak up. This is what we about to do, Joy. Listen, baby Joy. Oh, come on. Listen, baby joy. Listen. You talking to the little girl within you and you let her know, baby, I know that before you didn't want to speak your mind, that you couldn't speak up. Maybe you couldn't speak up. Mm. Maybe you couldn't voice your opinion. Maybe it was how you was raised, right? So you couldn't really voice your opinion enough, right? And you're like, okay, now that presented some throat chakra issues. Maybe I had a hard time expressing myself, communicating, different things like that. Because also the voice is not just speaking. See, some people they think the throat chakra is all about just voicing your opinion about things and just speaking. But also the voice also is being able to express yourself, okay, in different ways. Okay, the voice is I can go into the throat chakra for a long time. We're not gonna do that today, but you got to speak to the little girl that's within you that's waiting to speak up, and you got to give her the opportunity to, and you got to say, you know what, I know you've been waiting. Now I'm ready to rise. We gonna rise together, baby. And what do you have to say? And guess what, you can even speak through writing. Write it down. Speak it out loud after you get done if you need to, but just expressing yourself is good. That's enough. So speak to the little joy inside of you and say, listen, we were the little girl in the family who didn't speak up, but right now, that's not who we are anymore. And I'm giving you the mic. Come on. Come on. You got to give her the mic now. You got to let her know it's safe because little joy, she might be at a point where she's not feeling safe enough to still speak, receiving with so much gratitude. Oh, you're so welcome. You know what I'm saying? So now you got to give her the mic, but you got to let her know that it's safe to do so. Because before she didn't feel safe enough. She might not have felt like she would have even been heard, that it even would have mattered. But where you are right now, it matters because you're rising out of the old identity of not being able to do that. So it matters. Now we're going to get into you. Oh, come on. Joanne's like, listen, fear got to stay in the tomb. Now listen to this. Listen to this. I wrote this in my notes today because I wanted people to understand this. I'm going to get right to it. You don't need to remove fear to rise. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. Hey! You don't need to remove fear to rise. Once you understand what fear's job is and what fear is trying to tell you, what fear is trying to do, then you know, oh, snap. I don't have to become fearless. All this time, I've been like, I got to get over this fear and this fear and this fear and this fear. No, you just have to choose to rise anyway. You just have to choose to rise anyway, to do it anyway. That is getting over it. But sometimes we stop ourselves because we're like, I need to figure out where this fear came from. And I need to da 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 da. Like some of us are going to do that work. But there's others that we're going to be like, oh, okay. I see that I might be nervous, being on screen, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I might have a fear of rejection and being seen on camera, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And you might need to start somewhere, or you just rip the band-aid off. You might start small and just like, you know what, I'm just gonna do maybe a couple seconds, or I'm just going to start with podcasting. And then once I get warmed up with that, maybe I'll do here. So you got to choose what step, but don't be afraid to make small steps to get you there either. Sometimes I know we want to start at A and we want to get to Z so fast. But what I've also learned in my own experience is that sometimes you don't need to jump from A to Z. Sometimes it's meant for you to take these steps so that you can appreciate as you go along. Sometimes there are messages within each step that you take that's going to help you along your journey so that by the time you get to Z, baby, oh, by the time you get to Z, you're going to be like, so, da 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 da, and X, Y, and Z, da 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 da, because you've learned things along the way. Your confidence started to grow. You started to trust yourself more. You started to soften more. You started to get out of survival mode more. Your nervous system started to trust you because you started to actually keep your word to yourself. Come on, guys. We rising today. I don't know if y'all ready. Y'all put ready in the comment. If y'all ready, because we rising today. This is a new day. It's a new day. I feel like I'm watching Sister Egg right now. She's like, it's a brand new day. She like, come on. It's hard, definitely. This is fear that the agonizing pain in my knee will come back again. Right. Listen, Joanne, and I listen. Ooh, Joanne, listen. I've been dealing with some things in my body recently that I've just been like, what the what? But one thing I had to get over, Joanne, and this is honest. This is me being vulnerable. And I don't even feel like it's being vulnerable because like I'm always vulnerable. Like I tell y'all stuff like it's crazy. Like I don't have I'm just like, listen. But let me tell you this. I was dealing with some real heavy things with my body. And what I just realized was that I was afraid because of an injury I had, right? I was afraid to really use that part of my body. And I've been on and off. There's a time when I was working at it and I was doing different things and I stopped. Once I started feeling that pain, I was like, oh, I knew it. I knew that if I started doing this, it was going to happen. She said, ready? You ready? Hey, y'all. Hey, what's up? Other sister in the building. And I was just like, listen, with the stuff that was going on in my body, I'm like, I'm afraid to really like work it because what I've done before, I'm afraid that it's going to make it worse. And because I know certain things, I don't really know all the ins and outs. I'm afraid to work it. So I just stopped. Okay. I stopped working on it. Then my body I start feeling pain somewhere else. Then I start feeling pain somewhere else. And I'm like, man, what the heck? The pain started in one area and now it seems like it's expanding out. So I realized that my fear had expanded into other areas because I refuse to face it in the one area. Come on. Like, what? You said I have to go back and watch it. That sounds good. Oh, no problem. I'm like, hold on. So, Joanne, I had to start talking to that area. I had to start talking to that area. So, your thing is like, listen, I feel like the fear is that I'll go through agonizing pain in my knee and that it'll come back again. I need you to not be afraid of the pain coming back because the pain is just a communicator to let you know that something's going on. See, your body loves you. It doesn't want you in pain. But if you're not tuned to it a certain way, right, where you feel like certain things are happening with your body and stuff like that, it's gonna send these communication through. That's like, hey, something's going on. I need you to pay attention. I need you to pay attention. I need you to pay attention. And then once you start paying attention, it's like now you got to figure out what works best. What do you need to do? So what I want you to do is I want you to put your hand on it. I want if you know Reiki, I want you to use the Reiki energy, and you won't even have to use Reiki energy. Let's just scratch that, okay? Even if you don't know Reiki, put your hand on it and talk to your knee. Let it know that you love it. Let it know you're grateful for it. Let it know that maybe what I neglected taking care of you in the past, or maybe this injury that occurred, that whatever your situation is, and I want you to talk to that knee and I want you to let it know, like, listen, I hear you. I know you're communicating with me and I'm ready to move forward. See, I'm ready to rise in this healing. I'm not allowing myself to be fearful anymore of the pain because now I understand what it is. When fear shows up, it's because we lack understanding of certain things sometimes. I'm not saying it's just your case, but in some cases, it's the lack of understanding. But once we understand what the fear message is trying to give us, now we can move forward. So I want you to put your hand on your knee and I want you to talk to it. I want you to show it some love. I want you to rub on it. I want you to start. I'm pretty sure you already know what to do. Looking up information. What's going on with this knee? How can I service it better? Do I need to soak in an herbal bath? Do I need to rub castor oil on it? Do I need to put some ice? What do I need to do? Do I need to start massaging it more? Because one thing I noticed is when I stopped moving those areas because I was fearful that the pain was going to come back, it caused other areas, other problems in my body. But once I started to move it and love it, I started moving that area. I was like, okay, oh, okay. And guess what? The first day after I started moving that area again, I was in so much pain. I didn't even want to walk. I was in so much pain. Okay, let me get to your comment, Carly. I was in so much pain, I didn't even wanna walk. I was upset. Well, no, I wasn't upset this time, but I was just like, Man." And my husband was like, "Babe, you shouldn't have messed with it, da, 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 da." And I'm like, "No, because I'm communicating with it right now. I understand this pain is different than the pain that I was used to before." My mindset totally shifted. I'm not thinking about the pain the way that I was thinking about it before. Now I'm like, we're communicating and having an understanding. And so now I'm rubbing it. I'm not trying to irritate it, but I'm rubbing it. I'm showing it some love. I'm talking to it. I'm communicating with it because I understand what its purpose is. So I want you to talk to your knee. Okay. I want you to see what it needs. You say, wait, was Jesus running around naked? I hadn't thought of that. Hold on. How did you know I was running around naked? Wait, hold on. Wait, Carla, wait, hold on, wait, Carla, because I ain't talk about that. Was you on one of my other lives? No. Oh, he said, wait, was Jesus running around naked? I don't know. Oh, when he came out the tomb? They say he left his clothes in the tomb. He had to leave something behind, right? That's what they said. He left something behind. Now, my understanding of this is going to be a little different than some people's because, in actuality, I feel like, I'm saying, like, I feel like he still was physical. And most people say he became spiritual. He became like energy. Okay. After that, he became energy because he died and then he rose again. But then he was walking and doing different stuff with people. And even they said that he looked different because even his disciples, they was on their way to somewhere else and they didn't even notice that it was him talking to them. So we can go on and on about that type of stuff, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But all I know is that they said he left that in the tomb, and so we leaving things in the tomb too. We know we can't take it with us, and sometimes it's gonna feel like we naked. Sometimes it's gonna feel like we ain't clothes. Sometimes it's gonna feel different because it's gonna be uncomfortable. It's gonna be unfamiliar. We're gonna be like, hold on, wait a minute. Did I make the right decision? Yes, because you chose you, and you got to keep choosing you every time. He said, feel real though. When you step into new things, vulnerability is liberating. Yes. So you leave behind the things hiding or covering who you are. Come on. Yes. You have to leave it behind. Yes. Behind the things that you've been hiding, that you've been covering up, because at some point it's going to come up anyway. That's what I've learned through my repeating of cycles. It's like when you choose to just leave it over here and you're like, okay, I see, this is what I want to teach you, what I want to express about the rise. What does it mean to rise? See, rising doesn't just mean you rise physically, right? And not spiritually, or vice versa, spiritually and not physically. It goes hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? So when we decide to just be like, okay, listen, I'm going to start taking the action on things, but you decide not to do the inner work, and because that can only last for so long. Things are going to be happening along the way. And if you don't do that inner work, sometimes that can affect how far you go. That can affect sometimes when you like stop and start and stop and start because there's certain things that you need to do within you. That's what skipping those steps means, right? Trying to go from A to Z. Or you can choose that, hey, I'm gonna do all the inner work. Hey, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna do the healing, I'm gonna let it out, I'm gonna release. I'm old, that old identity is gone, and you can choose to do all that. Then what happens? You don't stop. You don't start you don't take the action. You don't do the physical thing. So both of those things can happen. Okay. So you can heal, you can align, you can awaken, but your actions, it must match when you rise. It must match. So Joanne, I want to know what's going on with your knee. Is it an injury or something like that? Because you can rub your hands together, put your hands on your knee. You can use essential oils to help you out, herbs. But see, those things are temporary, and I don't like to mess too heavily into doing things that are temporary, because I realize that we can get hooked on the temporary thing and then we never go deeper and we never figure out what the root of that thing is, and then actually completely be healed from it, completely be transformed from it, right? Complications with knee replacement. Okay, I get it. Yeah. So, do the best thing that you can, whatever you feel intuitively, but definitely talk to your knee. Talk to your knee. Continue to massage it, continue to love on it. Um, Also water helps too. You know what I'm saying? Like doing water aerobics can help. I mean, I'm not listen, let me put a disclaimer here. What disclaimer do I need? I am not a health professional in that way. I am not a doctor. I am not This is for entertainment purposes, y'all. I don't know what I need to say. But this is just advice. This is just my advice to you, and you can do what you want to do. But most of all, you feel it out. Okay? Feel it out. All right? Because I don't know if you dance, but I can see you dancing. I don't know. I can see you dancing. I can see you moving around with no limitations, having no fear. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, come on. I see it. I see it. I see it. You said, "I have been doing that." Yes, we'll talk more. Okay. I know where you are coming from, and it's always good to hear from different point of view. Yeah, mhm. Yep, yep. Sometimes it's just confirmation or to know that we're on the right path and we're doing the right things, because it's always great. Even though you don't need the confirmation, it's great to have it. You know what I'm saying? It's great to like you said, to hear from somebody else sometimes outside of ourselves. Sometimes it's good. Yeah, we don't want to always rely on that, which I'm not saying you are, but with people, because I know people are watching the replay, you don't always want to rely on that, but it's great to have it as an option. So, you guys, we know what we're leaving in the tomb. Now that we've left that in the tomb, let's keep moving on. Okay. Let's keep going. Y'all put a heart in the comments if y'all ready to keep going. Keep going. Because some of y'all are being called to rise in certain areas of your life. You know, to rise in certain areas of your life. I actually want to play another game. I'm thinking about bringing another game before I go into it. If y'all want to play another game, put game in the comments. Y'all want to play another one? I want to have fun today, guys, because when you rise, it should be fun, right? When we rise, we think that means that we have so much extra work to do. Yes, when we rise, we're taking action. Yes, when we rise, movement is taking place, change is occurring, right? You've already broken those cycles, right? But it doesn't always mean just planning and just doing. Sometimes it's like being in the present moment, going with the flow, right? Sometimes that's what it means too. So we want to make sure that we're kind of filling it out intuitively and being like, listen, what do I feel like doing? So right now, I'm doing what I feel like doing. You said I've been okay, yes. You said you don't need to move fear to rise is a bar. Yes. Because yes, sis, that was the theme of my last, oh my gosh, of your last 24 hours. What? Come on. You just gotta choose to rise anyway. And we do it all the time. See, we all have that power within us already. We do it all the time. We already do this. Sometimes we just do it subconsciously. All those times when you decided to keep going, when you was like, I'm tired, I don't feel like it, I don't want to, this is da 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 da, and you have to do it anyway. So it's the same thing. Now we just have to do it toward ourselves because we're willing to do it for everybody else. We're willing to do it for our jobs, we're willing to do it for our children, we're willing to do it for our spouses, we're willing to do it for our people that we coach or people that we mentor, but are we willing to do it for ourselves? Are we willing to do it anyway? To take those steps for ourselves anyway? To rise anyway, right? What are we willing to do for us? All right, you guys. So I want to play another game with you guys because after we rise, now it's like, what is our next move? What are we gonna do next? So I want to play this game, and it's gonna be called who? Which one should I do? Mm, 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 Which one? Choose your next move. That's what I'm gonna do. Choose your next move. All right, guys, y'all ready? I'm gonna try to put ready in the comments. Y'all ready for the next move? Are y'all ready for the next move? Because when you rise, guys, come on, like, mm, mm, mm. When you rise, your life is going to reflect that transformation. Yep. Ready. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. She said ready. All right, let's go. Let's go. I like that. Empowered too. Empowered caregivers. All right, ready. Choose your next move. So I want you guys to think of a number 1 through 4. Okay. Choose your next move. Choose a number 1 through 4. I'm gonna say what it represents first. And I want you to choose the number that you resonate with most. Okay. Numbers 1 through 4. And I'm going to actually, oh, hold on, wait a minute. Oh, I might want to make this a little spicy. Hold on. Let me think about this for a second. Hold on. Ooh, how I want to do this. Hold on. I'm gonna just take a whack at it. Okay, guys, I'm not gonna tell you what it means. I want you to intuitively think number 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna tell you what it means, and then intuitively, I'm gonna go from there. So right now, you guys, those of you that are on here, I want you to pick a number 1 through 4. Maybe it's the first number that comes to mind. Maybe it's your favorite number. Whatever it is, I want you to pick that number. Dun, 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 dun. No. Look, when do you ever make Jeopardy opera? Like, All right, we got number one. Let's go, guys. Number three. Let's go. Number three, number one. All right, who else we got? Let's go. Pick a number 1 through 4, whatever number comes to you. We got number 1, we got number 3. I'm gonna see if we can get 2 more. Can we get 2 more numbers in the comments? Let's see. Let's see, can we get 2 more numbers in the comments? We got number 1, number 3. Now, as a reminder, if you are not subscribed, you can't comment. So I need you to make sure you subscribe so that you can be able to comment, okay? I'm gonna hold it for just a couple more seconds. If anybody wants to put a number in the chat, put your number in, numbers 1 through 4. And I'll tell you what it means, and then I'll intuitively tell you what's going on. Well, I'll elaborate on it. I'll just say that. Okay. One more number, guys. Let's get one more number in the chat. Your body loves you is another good one. Put it on a shirt. Oh, I love that. I got okay. Okay. Oh my God. Yes. Okay, Carla, you got to pick a number 1 through 4. Pick a number 1 through 4. We got Empowered Caregiver says 1. Joy says 3. Carla, what number are you choosing? Akasha, I don't know if you're still here. Did you choose a number? Let's see. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. All right. Number 1. Okay. You chose number 1. Empowered Caregivers chose number 1. Number 1 is I know what to do, but I'm hesitating. I know what to do, but I'm hesitating. So when that happens, that means that maybe you're overthinking something. Okay, I know what to do, but I'm hesitating. So maybe there was some hesitation at some point, or you are still in hesitation. Because remember, today is about rising. So you could have just come out of hesitation. You could have just come out of overthinking. And so right now it's like, listen, now is the time to not overthink and it's just to do and just to take action. So maybe you've already started this action. Okay. So one of the two, you've either just come out of it or you're in the point in the midst of overthinking your decision, and you need to be rest assured that whatever you're feeling intuitively, take action on that and keep going. Okay, so that's number 1. All right, number 1. All right, let's get to number 3. Number 3, you ready, Joy? Are you ready? Are you? Anybody just joining? I need you to type in numbers 1 through 4. Just type in one number. Pick any number that comes to mind. Don't overthink this. It's no perfect answer. I need you to choose a number 1 through 4 if you're just joining. Okay. It's just supposed to be fun. Okay, you got it. Okay, good. Glad it resonated with you. That was easy. That was too easy. What I'm hearing is what you fear is opportunity to build your faith by walking in it. Woo! What? Okay. What you fear is opportunity to build your faith by walking in it. Yes, because you can't escape it. Like fear is a messenger. Like it's a beauty. Fear is a messenger. It's like it's telling you, it's communicating to you what it is that you need. When you ask for certain things and their fear shows up, their fear is like, listen, I'm a messenger. You asked me to come because you said you wanted to get over such and such. So I'm trying to let you know X, Y, and Z. Like you can take fear many different ways. I have a whole message about fear that you guys get to see. But that's a whole message. Yes, fear is an opportunity to build your faith by walking in it. Listen, do you believe or not? Do you believe or not? Come on, Carla. Come on, girl. Tell us. I do need you to put numbers 1 through 4 in the comment, though. Still. Let's get to number 3. Number 3 is I'm done playing small. Y'all know 3 means something to me. I'm done playing small. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm done playing small. That's number 3. So that means that that's the energy that you're currently in or you're going into. And I'm going to say currently in because we're rising today. Today is about risen. Okay. So I'm going to say you're in that energy right now. I'm done playing small. Okay. That's the energy. I'm not the person that I used to be. I'm done sitting on the sidelines. I'm done underestimating myself. I'm done thinking that myself is just like, oh, I'm just hold on, yo. I gotta let this cat in. It just keeps hitting this door, hurt scratching. I can't hear her keep scratching that. I gotta go get her. Hold on one second, y'all. Come on, this lady. Come on. Come on. Come on now. Come on. Uh-huh. I hear you. Hi. I'm on live. All right, guys. Let me see. Okay, number three. Oh yeah, I said that. I'm done playing small. Come on, Joy. You done playing small? Yes. You done playing? Are you done playing small? What I'm asking you, Joy. Are you done playing small? Because see, for you, you got some grand things going on. So you can't play small anymore. You can't think small about yourself anymore. Your mindset is going to shift from thinking like this to thinking much bigger, much grander. Opening yourself up more because what you have on the inside of you is going to take you to places that you didn't even think of. See, you might have thought small before, and maybe you think that what you thought was big, but now I need you to think bigger. Bigger. The bigger. Yeah, she said, yes, absolutely. Come on. I'm gonna need you. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Some people, we think we be thinking big, but I need you to think bigger. Because the energy that you're in right now is like, I'm done playing small and I'm ready for more. I'm ready to rise in who I really am. I'm ready to let go of who I was or who I thought I needed to be, who I identified with, and I'm ready to rise in the energy of all me, of self, right? Absolutely. Let's go. Come on. Yo, I was having fun. I want to do some more numbers. Somebody put a two and a four. Those are the only ones we haven't gotten. Put a two and a four so I can just do it. Somebody put two, 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 four, four, four. We got to get the two and the four. They're the only two we can get. We got to do those. So if you're watching this replay right now, I'm going to do two and I'm going to do four. Let's get two and four in the comments. Let's see if we can get the two and the four. Let's see. Let's see, y'all. Let's see. You welcome, Joy. You are so welcome. Yes, yes, yes. See, this is why I like playing the games. It's like, this shows you. This is to me, this energy today is showing like when we rise, it doesn't have to be like work. When I rise, that means I'm about to work hard, right? That means I'm about to just have to go ham. It's like, no, you can rise and you can just choose to flow, and you can choose to have fun with it, right? I know that it might be behind for a couple of you, so I'm gonna wait a little bit. Let me see. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna do number two because I see two, 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 two. Number two, not in the comments, but I don't know how it numbers the people that are on here. And so since Joy commented all those times, it's a crown and it says number two. So I'm just gonna take that as a number two sign. You know what I'm saying? All right, number two. Number two. Whoever chose number two for the replay, it is I'm ready. I'm ready but scared. So we just been talking about fear. So that goes along with that. I'm ready, but I'm scared. Okay, so that just means that you're closer than you think. Sometimes we get ready for something, and because we're scared, we feel like we need to pause for a second and we need to like get ourselves together. You know what I'm saying? You said we believe and we agree that Joanne will dance with her good knees. Let's go. Come on. She will. Yes. So it just means that like sometimes when we start feeling the elevation before it actually takes place, we feel it within us energetically, right? And sometimes it scares us. That's when some of us we get nervous before we take that step. So it's like that person that goes out on stage for the first time or the first couple times, or maybe even every time they decide to go out on stage. They're like, listen, I'm ready to go out on the stage, but I'm a little scared. I'm a little nervous. I don't know how this is going to go. I know that throughout my life, it's prepared me for this very moment, but I'm still scared. And I feel like being scared is okay. It's not about being scared that's wrong. It's not about being fearful that it's wrong. It's just about choosing to stay in that energy. Allow yourself to feel that energy and to move through it and do it anyway. I love this song. I think it's by Tasha Cobbs, maybe. I think, or I don't even Leonard. Is that her name now? I don't know, guys. Um, but it's called "Do It Anyway." Do it anyway. So I'm gonna need you to just do it anyway. Okay. Because when you do that and you constantly do it over and over and over, then you're gonna be like, oh my freaking gosh, you're gonna feel so self-empowered. You're gonna feel so free. You're gonna feel so good when that happens. Trust me, because I've done it so many times. So many times. I'm like, oh my gosh. Sometimes I don't even feel like getting on live or feel like doing certain things because I was just like, you know what? Like, I don't really know when I don't know how this is gonna turn out. I don't know if people are gonna really accept this message. I don't know. And then I was like, I'm gonna do it anyway. I don't care. I don't know if I should really share this and be that vulnerable. You know what? I'm gonna do it anyway. And then once I do it, then I can decide, okay, do I really want to do that again? Do I want to adjust some things? And then I decide after that, right? Or you can decide before, but it's really up to you. That's just my experience. Okay. Joy says, yes. You running? Where you come on, run, take off, Joy. You know what I'm saying? So do it anyway. All right, y'all. My number fours. I love y'all. I love my number fours. I'm gonna tell y'all what number four is. Number four is I don't know what's next yet. You might be a person that's like, I don't really know what's next. I need you to remind yourself that you're not lost, but you're transitioning. Sometimes you won't know what's coming next. And that's not a bad thing. It's not. It's actually a great thing because sometimes when we know what's coming next, then we decide to like try to take things into our own hands. And then we try to do this and do that because we're like, oh, shoot, I know a little bit what's coming next. Let me try to help it. We always want to be like, let me help the situation. Let me move it along a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it needs some assistance from me. And it's like, no, it was doing good all by yourself. You already did what you need to do. Now let it be. So you could be the person that's like, I don't know what's really coming next. So I feel a little lost. I feel, like a little weird. I feel a little uncomfortable because this is really unfamiliar to me. But it's like just know and be at ease that even if you don't know what's coming next, it just means you're transitioning. Keep going. You don't always need to know what's coming next. So I need you to hold on to that, right? Hold on to why do I need to know? Because it's not from the known that things shit like we know some things, right? But it's when we don't know those surprises that sneak up on us sometimes. We be like, oh shoot, I didn't see that come from left field. Oh, then you get so excited about it. Sometimes things are working itself out in the background and we don't even know. We kind of feel it energetically. Something's happening, something's shifting. We take our action and we do enough of what we can do. Like whatever we have control over, that's what we do. Whatever you don't have control over, you just let go and you allow it to happen. Don't get in its way. Don't be stagnant. Don't stop. Keep going. Things are shifting. Just like, listen, guys, let me tell y'all in real time. Yesterday, it was like I barely had any comments or any interaction. I could have chose to be like, I'm not doing number three. If people can't, no, because my body was in pain yesterday. I was just like, let me just not do it because I'll just record the video and I'll just put it up and I'll just relax because like listen, like I cannot keep just doing this and just giving and da da da. I mean, those are all things that I've said to myself so many times through my journey of speaking publicly and doing videos and different stuff like that. All right, Carla, put number four. You get what I'm saying? I've done that. So I could have chosen to do that, but I was like, no, I know what the mission is. I remember what the goal is. Even if I don't know who's going to show up today, even if I don't know who's going to comment, the same thing can happen today. But you know what? I showed up and I said, no, I'm going to show up as my authentic self. I'm going to show up being me. I'm going to continue to show up because it isn't just about the present moment. It's about all those other people that are going to be watching this and watching the replays. It's about them too. It's about not trying to control the situation and just allowing it to happen because everything is happening for you, not against you. All the technical stuff that was going on. I could have let that get to me and be like, okay, listen, I'm just gonna not do it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna have to close it up. I'm keep going through these issues. And I'm not the person that's just gonna keep going, right? No, maybe I shouldn't do that. Nope. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm just going to literally just do it. And I'm gonna try it this way. And if it doesn't work this way and it didn't work that way, then I know that I need to just stop. I need to just pause. Something else is going on here. But I decided to show up anyway. And today I decided to show up anyway. I didn't know who was going to be here. I didn't know what was going to happen, but I rose anyway because I understand that as I continue to rise and I share my experience, you guys continue to rise. You share your experience. We all continue to rise, right? Yeah, you said I don't think you're saying the whole chat. Oh, okay, hold on. I'll scroll down. Carla, you might be Carla. I want you to put a thumbs up right now if you're on the same thing that I'm on right now. Because sometimes for certain people, if you join at a certain time, it's delayed. So if you can hear me right now, put a thumbs up. That way I know if it's delayed for you. Okay, it's delayed. So that means, Carla, what you're gonna have to do is once you get to this message, oh, I feel like I'm in the future right now. You Carla, the future Iswa is saying refresh, come back in and see if that works. See if it works for you to leave out and come back in. If you catch up, make sure that you go all the way to the end, you know, like that. Because we're here. But I think you might just be in a different dimension right now. You might just be, you know, just a little bit, it might just be a little bit delayed for you on that end. And it happens sometimes. It happens to me too when I'm on other people's lives, especially like on YouTube and stuff. And that's totally good. But if everybody is all with me, who's all with me in this dimension right now? I need everybody to put like a heart in the chat. It's delayed. Got it. Got it. It's delayed. Put a heart in the chat if y'all with me in this time. So I'll make sure I know. Miss Carla, I need how you gonna get there? Try to zoom up, see if it works. Okay, good. I got that. Yep. Forrest, your number. All right, got it. Heart. Okay, thank you, Empower. So you with me right now. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, perfect. Okay, you with me? Okay, heart, you got me. Okay. Okay, so we all together. We're all together. We're all in this together. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know why all these songs are coming to me today. I don't know, guys. You said it's working for me, but you weren't seeing my comments. Oh no. Yeah, because I didn't see your thumb up when I asked you for the thumbs up. It was no comment for a while. So let me see. Scroll. I did number 4. Oh, you know why? Okay. You're like, I know why. Okay, I got you, sis. Because I'm like, I know I did number 4. Number 4 is I don't know what's next. I don't know what's next yet. But the answer is you don't have to know what's next. Just move. Just do it anyway. Just do it anyway. Yes, yes, yes. All right, y'all. First, I'm gonna stop right here. Let me do this real quick. We're all in this together. Oh, you know what? I can just do it in real time. You guys watch the video. If you guys were here day 1, you guys already watched the video. I don't have to play the video again. But this is what I will do. This is my book, The Time I Had to Die. This is what my video was talking about. So I'm gonna do it right here. This is my book, The Time I Had to Die, A Journey of Death, Rebirth, and Self-Discovery, you guys. And this is the book that I wrote that it gives you details of my first conscious death and rebirth and self-discovery journey, and also just some insights throughout this book of my transition from just my religious transition into just finding God on my own, and different struggles that I went through in my life and how I overcame those struggles. We read a little bit about this in day 1. We read the keys to death. I talk about the first key, the second key, the third key, and the fourth key. And today I'm going to read just a little bit to you guys about one of the chapters that's called Living Spiritually in a Physical World. Rachel's here. Oh, what's up, Rachel? I didn't see you. Hey, what's up? Thanks for being here. What's up, Rachel? What's up, Rachel? She's laughing. Y'all, I want to just read just a little bit. If y'all okay with me reading just a little bit, I want y'all to put a heart in the comment. Just let me know if y'all okay. If y'all good with me just flowing like I've been flowing, let me read a little bit of this. He said, "Oof, I'm so behind. Teach, I have to go review the material." Oh, you so good. Oh, Akasha, you ready? Did you pick number 1 through 4, Akasha? Did you pick a number 1 through 4? If not, it's all right. We'll do another game. I got one more game for y'all today. I came prepared. I was like, I am declaring that we're having fun today. We don't play 2 games. I'm like, I'm declaring. You didn't. Okay. Well, if you want to, you can either do it now or, um, you know, it is up to you. If you want to still pick a number 1 through 4, I'll go over another one. But let me read this real quick. Living spiritually in a physical world. Okay, you guys. I said, oh, freedom never felt so good. Good, good, good. No, I said, oh, I've never felt so light. I'm learning more and more about real happiness and what real happiness feels like and how to create it for myself. This is when I rose. This is my risen experience, you guys. Okay. I'm beginning to learn how to live life now with everything I've just experienced. This is the risen moment. He said, I missed what 4 meant. What is okay. I'm gonna do you and Akasha when I'm done reading this. Okay. So this is the risen experience. There comes a time when you realize you're never going back to the way things were. Doggone, I don't forgot what I wrote. There comes a time when you realize you're never going back to the way things were. The life you knew is gone. And all that's left is the choice to move forward or to stay stuck. When you've had a death experience, you have to learn how to incorporate your new boundaries and your knowledge and etc. right into your daily life. It didn't just happen. It takes repetition. You get to see what you're made of. Living spiritually in a physical world, it helped me to notice more of the great things happening in my life. It's helped me to improve as a mother, to be more patient with my husband, and to be a better person. My marriage is stronger than it's ever been. My kids, well, they're kids. And I know eventually they'll understand the process as they grow. But right now, I'm just happy that they are who they are and that they know how to make me laugh and smile. They are so creative and imaginative, and I love them so much. And then, guys, I added a journal entry in here. I'm going to leave that journal entry for those of you that actually have the book. But I want to talk about this part too. It says, living spiritually in the physical world has opened my eyes, all of them. I see God in everything, even the trees. I realize now that everything that exists starts energetically first and then manifests into the physical form. Awesome, isn't it? Oh, on hard days, I think about what's going on with my thoughts first. See, I didn't say that you're not going to have hard days after you rise. I never said that after you ride, it's going to just be peaches and cream, if you know what I mean. Yeah, listen, I never said that. On hard days, I think about what's going on in my thoughts first. This has helped me many times adjust my response to things and not respond too quickly. Because after we rise, you guys, sometimes things might come up and we might want to respond too quickly. And when we respond too quickly, that might be the old identity. We might be responding that because we're newly risen. Right? That might come up. Okay. It says when you learn so much, you want to share it with others. Living spiritually can seem lonely. Being that this death experience was so self empowering, I wasn't quick to share it with anyone. I didn't want others' opinions to hold any weight on what I did or did not do. I decided instead to turn my experience into a book. And if interested, then they'll just read all about it. Living spiritually has shown me that I can't try to be or desire to be the savior for everyone else. Uh-oh, my battery. Come on, y'all. Anybody else done that? Anybody else live that life where you like, listen, trying to be the savior for everybody else? Oh, trying to help everybody else. You're like, listen, but I just want to see them succeed. But I just want to da 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 da. Anybody else? Y'all put some in the comments. Let me know I'm not alone in this. Goodness. Okay. It says, I decided instead to turn. Okay, I read that part. Living spiritually has shown me that I can't try to be or desire to be the savior for everyone else. I noticed how protective I was of those I loved. And when I didn't feel it was reciprocated, I blamed myself. Mm. Now, guys, you said, oh, yeah. Now I understand I needed to protect myself. I took on the role of being the protector of others because I didn't feel protected or like anyone had my back as a child. That and more. It led me to get a past life regression that I discuss in book 2. After seeing a video of someone and then I go into all of that, but I want to get to this other part, you guys. This is a very beautiful a very beautiful chapter. Very beautiful. I want to get to the end. Living spiritually in a physical world means living a life of consistent growth and connection to all that exists. An awareness of your thoughts that produce feelings, your feelings that produce your physical reality. Living spiritually in a physical world, it means realizing who you are, not being bound, working for others who work harder than you at keeping you broke. Um working for others. Oh, that's working harder than you to keep you broke. Being stagnant, bitter, and alone. It's living free, limitless, knowing all things are possible. It's knowing that in life you can't escape going through experiences, but you can control how you maneuver through them. Mm. Oh, see, sometimes we're like, I can't control that this thing happened to me, but you can control how you maneuver through it. You can control your mindset about it. That creates the very next step for you. It's knowing we are all one. A g oh, okay. We are all one, going in whatever direction we choose. I can go on and on. But lastly, living spiritually in a physical world is accepting that we all went through something that produced how we are today. Show grace, spread love, and help someone else along the way. Come on, guys. What? What? Come on, what? Show grace, spread love, and help someone else along the way. Come on, y'all. We all need grace. Sometimes we just refuse to show ourselves grace. Some people it's easier for them to show other people grace than themselves, right? We need to show grace to ourselves and then show grace to others. Spread love, genuine love, unconditional love to everyone because we really are all one. Okay, you guys, we really are. When you reach a level of consciousness and realize that there's really no separation besides just the physical avatar, then you realize that we are really all one. And so operating in that and knowing that and sharing that information and then you start looking at people differently. Then you start operating differently. Then you shift things in your life more. Because guess what? It could be somebody that's the opposite race as you and they got some information and you need to collab on something. And maybe they're the person that you connect to. It might be a person that doesn't believe exactly in the same things you believe. You know what I'm saying? And you might need to connect with them for something. It's just all about just respecting where everybody is along their own journey and choosing not to be in a space where you're like, well, they're choosing the wrong side. They're choosing the wrong thing. They don't believe in this, so la da 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 da. Let them be who they are, and you focus on where you are. And whoever resonates and y'all resonate, y'all come together. But I'm just letting you know that sometimes the people that you work with, they might not believe everything to the T. And sometimes they'll even say it out of their mouth that they believe in one thing, but their actions show different. Okay, so show grace to everyone and just be in love, guys. All right. Y'all still with me? Are y'all still here? Yes, yes. Come on, guys. Yes, y'all here? Oh yeah. Yes. All right, guys. Let me get Kakasha and Carla in. Let's see. Who else? Who else? Who else? Rachel, if you want to do it, pick a number 1 through 4. If you want to do it too, I'll do it again. Pick a number 1 through 4. Now Carla says she picked number 4. She didn't hear it. I'm going to do that again. But Akasha and Rachel, if you guys want to pick another number, I'll do that really quickly before I move into something else I want to say, and then the last game that we're going to play. So you guys, dun, 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 we done chose our next move. We done left something in the tomb already that's not coming with us. And then we got something else that's coming up. Okay. So if y'all with me, y'all still here, let's go. Let's get this going. All right. Okay, Akasha said number 3. All right, let's go. So We got that part. So for number 4, we're gonna do number 4 first. Carla, number 4 is I don't know what's next. Okay. I don't know what's next yet. So I just said that it just means you're not lost, but you're transitioning. Okay. You still here? That you're not lost, that you're just transitioning. Okay. That you don't need to know what's coming next. You just need to trust the process, trust the unknown, trust what's unfamiliar a little bit, right? Sometimes we don't rise by waiting to feel ready. We move even when it feels unfamiliar, even when we feel uncomfortable, right? You said Javette was sharing on her IT live earlier today that choosing to show love is the fastest way to hold your peace, exactly as you said it. What? You know what? Let me tell you something. I scrolled past Insight Timer and I saw that she was on, but I was just like, you know what? I don't really feel like I want to, like, a lot of times when I do and I made a mistake and pressed her thing and I had to get off because I was like, I don't like when I do messages to I don't really like talking on the phone as much. I don't really like being in other people's energy as much. My mom is different and my sister might be different, but I don't really like doing any of that stuff because I'm like in the zone. I want to like hear from myself, my tribe, my guides. So that's so funny because I really started to like watch her and I was like, "Oh, she's on," but I was like, "No," because right now I'm going live and I'm doing my thing and I just want to hear. And I know that sometimes you can like do that and it'd be okay, but just that's just what I did for today. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes people can do that and there's nothing wrong with that. But for me, I feel like sometimes it can be like distracting because I'll receive a message from that message and then I'll start thinking about how I can put a message out and I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, da 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 da. Okay, I'm gonna go in on this, da 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 da. And I'm like, no, 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 like focus, focus, focus. You said number 4 was for me too. Oh, okay, you too. Yay, look at that. Yes, I'm here. It's exactly on point. I don't know what's next, but you have to keep on course. Keep going. You're right where you need to be. All right, number 3. If you chose number 3, that was I'm done playing small. Uh, I'm done playing small. Okay, that's the energy that you're in. I'm done playing small. That's it. I'm done. I'm done shortchanging myself and I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to look at myself in a bigger way. And even like I was telling Joy, like some of you might have thought that you were thinking big, but maybe it's time for you to think even bigger. Yeah. Cause a lot of us we were like, listen, I'm just thinking about this X, Y, and Z right here. And it's like, baby, I got more in store for you. What? So be done playing small. Because what you have inside of you, it ain't small at all. Miss Akasha, Miss Joy, it's not small at all. Yeah, you got to keep on course. Yes, yes, yes. All right, you guys, let's go. One thing I noticed about the tomb, I'm going to get into the tomb just a little bit. One thing I noticed, oh yeah, I did talk about this. Like, yep, I talked about the tomb. I don't want to get too heavy into the tomb. I want y'all to watch that because go watch the replay on the tomb. But I love the tomb because the tomb is the part where like it's like the stillness and the silence is there. And that's a lot of the times when we get afraid, when we get confused, when we feel like everything is stagnant, when we feel like we're being ignored, God can't hear us, the universe can't hear us. We're like, listen, what's happening with the communication here? And then you go through all that stuff and you decide to rise. Because guys, we went over the 3 days. The first day was your death. And your death is exactly what freed you. Definitely you. Okay, okay. The death is what freed you. That was day 1. The death freed you. Number 2 was the tomb and it revealed you. Remember, I started talking about the identity and the separation that occurs within the tomb, which is why you need to hear your inner self, which is why you need to soften a little bit so that your nervous system can feel safe. Because a lot of times when we operate too much in our masculine energy, the action energy, and not in our feminine energy, then we start moving and just taking action. And sometimes we don't sit down and just soften for a minute and just relax. That's what soften is to me. It's just relaxing in it and being okay to rest, being okay to be in stillness, being okay to be in some silence for a minute, being okay. If you guys got the risen kit day 2 for the tomb, I have you sit in silence for a whole hour. Okay. So that was the tomb. So the death freed you. The tomb is what revealed you. And then your rise, which is today, is what it requires you. Just you. just who you are. And I don't want you to get confused with thinking, I am becoming someone new. It's not really you're becoming someone new. It's that now you're aligning with who you always were. All that other stuff, that wasn't even who you were. That was an identity you took on based upon all those experiences that you had. That wasn't even you. Yeah, you're much greater. Yeah, you're surpassing those things. So it's not really becoming new, it's aligning with who you really are authentically. The rise is about you revealing who you are, walking in who you are, rising in who you are. Nothing else matters but you showing up, you taking action on the things that you said. Because let me tell you about the nervous system, guys. I talked about this a little bit, and the nervous system, it wants to be able to trust you. It is you. The nervous system is you, but it also wants to trust you too. So with the nervous system, it's kind of like when you tell yourself you're going to do something and then you don't do it, that's creating a lack of self-trust because your nervous system it wants to trust you, but it's so used to you operating in your old ways. By the time you start getting to something new, it's just like, hold on, wait. I don't know what that is. I don't feel safe because all this time you've been doing this, and this is where our cocoon is. This is where we're safe at. This is what you've been repeating to yourself. These are your inner thoughts that you've been saying, regardless of what action you've been taking. Internally, this is what you've been saying. So we're going to go off of that, right? Mm. And so your nervous system, you need to embrace it, talk to it, let it know that it's safe to move forward into something new. Even though it's been operating in this old system, you override the system that you created. That's why I said when you rise, it requires you. It requires that override of the old system. And only you can override it. Only you. Because all your inner thoughts are mixed in there. All your action or lack of action is mixed in there. It's all mixed up. It's all in there. And your nervous system wants to serve you. It wants to know that it's safe to move forward. And you have got to let it know that it's safe. Okay? So it requires your attention. Oh, y'all with me? Dun, 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 dun. You say, that obsession with the notion of safety will keep you in the tomb too long. Come on, feeling like you, yep, I get that, I can get that. Obsession, being obsessed with being safe in order to move forward. I get that. But for some people, it is that way because their nervous system has been so shot by so many different things that it's like some people have a hard time moving forward without, you know what I'm saying, feeling safe. And I don't even know. See, the reason why I use the word safe is because safe to me, it equals, and we can even change the word to calm. Okay. Trust, surrender, right? When you soften, that's what that means. You're relaxing. You're like, okay, this is okay for me to do. And some people associate that with safety. I mean, safety happens whenever you're in alignment. Yes. Yeah, it does. When you're in alignment, you feel okay because you feel like you're at home with self. That's what it means returning home. Being home, that means returning to self. Yep. Alignment is movement. Yes. Alignment is movement, it's action. You're right. Exactly. You've done something and now you feel aligned. Yep. Even if it's not physical movement. See, alignment doesn't always have to be physical movement, right? Alignment can also be a shift in mindset, the movement energetically. Well, because everything always happens energetically first. So, yeah, that would make sense. And then you start moving into the physical, right? But yeah, obsession, when you keep thinking about, I need to feel safe, I need to feel safe, I need to feel safe, you're actually telling yourself and reminding your nervous system that you're not safe. You just need to choose it, right? Because, like Carla's saying, obsessing over it, it can keep you in there. But guess what? It's still going to lead you to your rise. So, I've been a person to overthink over and over and over, trying to make sure that I did certain things the right way so that I can have a certain type of experience. You know what I'm saying? And I realized I'm like, man, what is the right way anyway? I'm just gonna release that because the other person's way might not be my way. So there is no right way. Just I just need to do it. I just need to be okay with feeling like it's okay for me to move forward, even if it's unfamiliar, even if it's uncomfortable, even if I don't know what's happening next. It's okay. I'm gonna be fine. I just need to trust the process. That's feeling safe. Even if we remove the word safety, trust. They're sisters. They're friends. Trust. That's what it really is. I trust myself enough to move even when, right? Exactly. Notion of safety is like what you perceive as safe needs to change when it's time to evolve. Yes. Yes. What you perceive as safe needs to change. Yes, 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 yes. Exactly. You got it. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, Carla. That's beautiful. I love that. I love that. Yep. Yep. Yes. Cause we can get hung up, like you said, we can get hung up on that for so long. What is that? What is that? Mhm. Mhm. Yep. But now it's about even if you just like, listen, I'm just gonna trust anyway. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just tired of being where I am, and I cannot. When you say enough is enough, we went over in the tomb yesterday. Enough is enough. When you be like enough is enough. When you're at that point, you're willing to do certain things. You're willing to come out of certain spaces. You're willing to like be like, listen. That's when you've been in the dark long enough to where you be like, all right, enough is enough. Boom, click the lights on. Like then that light comes on. And then you realize, like Dorothy, like I was the light the whole time. All I had to do was just flip the switch. All I had to do was flip the mental switch. That's it. And I could have been home to self and I could have been writing and walking and doing what I really want to do. Flip the freaking switch. Guys, I flipped the switch in so many areas of my life, but when it came to using my voice and singing, you guys, oh man, that was a whole nother switch. Cause that switch been down so long to the public. But then slowly and surely, let me just tell you that story, you guys. Put a story time in the chat. Y'all want to hear this story. Put story time. I don't know if some of y'all heard this story already, but put story time in the chat if y'all want to hear this story. I got to tell y'all about this. Dun, dun, dun. Mm, 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 Story time. All right. So, story time. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Thank y'all. Story time. Let's go. All right, guys. So, what happened was, let me tell y'all, um, different things, okay? Of course, I have a childhood story that goes along with this. By the way, let me just tell you guys, my mom is on here. Thank you so much for being on here. And let me tell y'all that not until I was in my 30s did I notice. Remember I talked about in the book a few minutes ago, I read how something that was going on in my childhood, right? I never didn't feel protected or like people had my back. Well, when I was in my 30s, I had a conversation with my mom about something that happened with my voice, about me being looked over. Okay, I was a person that wrote songs back in the day and I sang with my siblings, right? And so at church, we created this whole song together and the whole church sang it. It was like a big thing. And I initiated the song, right? Initiated as the writer, right? And so then I was young, guys. I mean, I probably was like 13, 14, maybe something around there. And I remember we had youth night and all of the kids, I mean, I was a part of the youth praise team. We were up on the pulpit and we were singing, you guys. And our godbrother was invited because it was like youth night. We wear our t-shirts, our jeans, you know what I'm saying? You know how it is. You can't wait for youth night because the Sunday service was kind of boring, back then. We were like, listen, we don't want to deal with the preaching. We just want to go out to the youth thing. So we had youth night service and it was so much fun. And I was on the praise team, right? And the youth pastor, he invited each person one by one up there to come sing with him and to like do a little something. So you guys, here comes me, and I'm next in line, and I'm just like, all right, this is my moment. I'm actually rehearsing the words in my head. What am I going to sing? Okay, and I'm like even rehearsing, like y'all listen. My mom used to play Kim Burrell all the time, India Irie, like Dorinda Clark, like all the people, right? And I was thinking in my head, like, no, okay, I can't sound like that. And I'm just rehearsing, and I'm getting myself all ready and pumped up and prepared, right? And then he skips over me and goes to the next person. And I was like, oh, huh, okay, hold on. I was like, wait. He gonna get to me. Okay, he gonna get to me. He gonna get to me. I just gotta wait. I gotta wait a minute. So I'm like rehearsing in my head. I'm looking, and I'm even listening to some of the people that singing. One of my friends. I mean, she was my friend at the time, and I was just like, yeah, she ain't ready. Okay, I really gotta practice. I'm like really practicing in my head. I'm like, he gonna call me next. He gonna call me next, and he doesn't call me again. He calls my god brother up there to sing with him, and I'm like, oh snap! Now my god brother is a guest. He calls the guest up and sings with him, and then next thing I know, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna be last. God said the last should be first and the first should be last. I'm about to go in. So I'm thinking to myself, like, all right, I'm getting a little nervous, getting a little nervous. And I'm like, all right, this is it. And then he shuts it down and he's like, all right, you guys, he moves on. And I'm like, oh, before I even know, the tears was building up, but I kept suppressing it because I'm like, I know he's going to call me. I know he's not going to forget. By the time he did that, my eyes were already watering. I was trying to suppress it, but when he moved on and skipped over me and like he was done, the tears was just rolling, and I was like, "Oh my freaking gosh." At that moment, I was like, "Okay, he doesn't think I can sing. He doesn't think I'm good enough." Oh, y'all know as a kid, we start putting all these extra thoughts in our head about what somebody else is thinking and why they chose to do what they did. I was thinking all the horrible things. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I don't sing as well as I thought I could sing. Oh my gosh, da 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 da. So what did I do? I really stopped singing that much. I started moving to dance. And when I started dancing, I would just do it so naturally when I was in school that my director would always give me compliments. And back then, had low self esteem. So anytime my dance teacher would come to me and say, "Oh, Dana, dang, that's really good," and I would be like, "I'm not even trying. Maybe I am good at this." And y'all didn't have that much confidence in myself, so I wasn't really trying to do it because I didn't really think that I could do it right. And it happened naturally. So then in church, I started dancing and I started realizing that when I dance, people would stand up and clap. When I dance, after a while, you looking for that what is that word I'm looking for, y'all? You looking for someone to affirm to you what you're supposed to do. And I realized that after church, when I would dance, people would come up to me and be like, "Oh my gosh, that was so great. It touched me." Y'all, and guess what? I was one of those creative dancers, okay? You will know later on, but I'm a choreographer, right? And so for me, when I dance, I had moments where at church, the person didn't really like that I did this. Validation. There we go. Thanks, Rachel. Validation. But the lady at the church didn't really like this, right? But one time when I danced, I came out to do a solo and I went back to the back and changed and flipped outfits and came back and started dancing again, like as the other people were dancing because I was doing solos. Listen, y'all. I was that type of person. I was like, look, I'm gonna push the envelope. I'm gonna do what I feel. Just let me flow. Let me do what I want to do. And that day I had like the church just standing up, like, some stuff like that. So I felt like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. I was looked over in this way. So now I found my thing. Now it's my thing. Did I ever stop writing songs? Did I ever stop singing? No. But did I stop doing it publicly? Yes. And I started dancing. And in fact, I had my own dance company later on in life and everything like that. But I never stopped singing. I never stopped writing songs, but I just didn't put it out there for the world to judge, to see, or to know that that's something I enjoy doing. I decided to protect myself because I didn't feel like anybody really understood what I went through. I didn't feel like anybody had my back. I didn't feel like anybody was going to go to that person and say, "Hey, why didn't you choose her? Well, what happened?" So later on in life, in my 30s, I ended up talking to my mom about that same experience. And then she was just like, "Listen, do you know that I talked to him about that?" Y'all listen. Now I was in my 30s when she said this, and my early 30s, and tears just start rolling down my face because the entire time I thought nobody had my back, that I had to be my own protector, that I had to be my own everything, that nobody understood how I was feeling. Nobody understood how it felt to be looked over. It was embarrassing to me. But when she said that to me, I was like, "Oh my gosh." It really just changed things for me in my story. And that was after I wrote this book. That was after. This book has been written for many years. Like, that was after. I started writing this book probably in, like, 2019, right? And so, yeah, but guys, you said I would have called it out. Yeah. Yep, my mom did it. I just didn't know. And she was telling me that, like, "Listen, some things back in the day as adults, we handle it with adults, I really didn't think to tell you that I did that." And it happened more than once. And so I was like, "Oh my gosh, wow." You know what I'm saying? Like, now, had I heard that I have a beautiful voice or that I have a voice from other people, yes, but it didn't help because I was still in the past. I was still operating in that same disappointed girl who didn't think she was good enough. And I'm glad I didn't go out there. I'm glad that I didn't. I'm not sad. I'm not angry. I'm glad that I didn't go out there because I really feel like I wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I needed to go through this journey to really accept my voice and who I am first before anybody else can. But I was that girl. I hate when people are ignored. Yeah, yeah, me too. Yep, yep. Okay, Carla. So you can relate. Anybody else can relate. Feeling ignored, feeling like you're overlooked, feeling like nobody can relate to you feeling rejected. You know what I'm saying? Or embarrassed about something that you really passionately that you've been doing since you've been like, I've been writing songs since I was like probably in second grade. Yeah, I used to write poems in second grade and then I turned those poems into songs. And then I started singing with my sister and singing with my brother and different things like that. And we just started making up songs. So this has been my thing. And then guess what? Here comes a trigger. Definitely can relate. Yes, okay. And then here comes the trigger later on in life, right? That's childhood. See, a lot of things we realize is coming. These things, right? This the death experience, the tomb experience, then the rise. The rise came with me understanding like I had to be okay with my voice myself. Whatever it sound like. The ugly sounds, the good sounds, you know what I'm saying? And I was okay with that with myself. I had been growing myself. But then once I start, singing in front of people again, I had to remind myself, like, oh, right? But the point is, guys, what did I do? So when I started going live on Inside Timer, you guys, what did I start doing? I started finding moments where I would want to sing, and I decided not to hold myself back. I decided that I was gonna share some of the songs that I was working on randomly while I was teaching, right? That it would just come up and I'm like, "Oh, shoot, that go with a song I wrote. Y'all wanna hear it?" And they would say yes, and I would just sing it. My heart was beating so fast, I felt like I was about to start sweating. I was like, "Why did I even say I was gonna do this?" But I took a deep breath and I reminded myself that even though I'm uncomfortable, even though I have this fear, even though I'm scared right now, I need to do it anyway. Because if I stay in the same place I'm in right now, I am never going to get to the point where I actually see myself. I actually see myself on stage. I could be talking on stage, singing on stage. I actually see myself on stage and I see myself doing both. I still do. So to me, it's just like, how am I going to get to that point if I'm in my old identity all the time? So I would find opportunities for me to do something that I was uncomfortable with and that I was afraid of, like singing in front of people. And I would find the opportunity and then I would do it. I would even do it scared. I would do it while my hands was shaking, while my head was shaking. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just like, oh shoot. But I realized that there was still a part of me that took the action, that had the understanding. But the little Dana that was inside that was hurt, I hadn't really serviced her. I hadn't had a conversation with her. I haven't really completely healed. So then once I started doing vocal lessons, Miss can I give you a shout out? Then I was just like, snap. I didn't talk to her about it. I didn't go back and really just service that area. And I'm not saying you always have to, but I didn't know that I even needed to until I came in a situation where I needed to intimately sing in front of someone, one on one. Now I thought I had broke that down because I had challenged myself. My sister had an event, she asked me to sing, and I sang one of my songs that go along with this book, I Found Me. Okay, I ended up singing that song for her book launch party, and I mean, it was through, internet and stuff like that, so, I mean, it wasn't a big deal, and then we couldn't see each other, so it was just like, so I was just like, "Yeah, sure," you know what I'm saying, for, like it was like an event, so I was like, "Good." But when I got intimate with someone else and they can actually see me and I can see them, "Hey, yo, Miss Carla, yeah." Shout out to her, vocal coach in the building. And I was like, once I got into that moment, I realized that there was still a piece of me that was in the past that was still afraid to completely let go. So, sometimes we're willing to let go of certain things and continue to move on. And we feel like, it's done. But then when you're faced with it and it's time for you to really rise within that, that's when it's time for you to rise above that situation. I thought I was above it. But when I was challenged in a new way, I had got over all the other stuff. See, sometimes we get challenged in new ways. I got over all the other stuff. I was challenging my own stuff. I was putting myself out there. So when this happened, I was taken back and I was like, why am I still, why is my voice still hanging on to the old identity when I've done all this work, the inner work? Oh, I've taken some action. Oh, what does she need? What's going on? I broke down. I couldn't believe it. Elevate. Have you seen? Yeah. Have you seen what passes for fine art? You better get back to it. Oh, snap. Hold on. You know my sis. No. Have you seen what passes for fine art? You better get back to it. Oh, wait, what did you say? You said that's why. Oh, and I didn't see your comment. Definitely, you said that's why I stopped drawing. Oh my gosh, yes, I didn't see that. Come on. You already know you rising within that. You already know, sis. You rising within that. It's time out for us to be leaving these seeds that we planted even when we were children and leaving it for somebody else to grow, for somebody else to validate, for somebody else to give the okay and the approval, for some other confirmation. It's time for us to grow it. It's time. That's when you call your power back. See, in the tomb is where you started calling your power back. From all the places, all the old experiences, all the things that came on that started covering up who you were. Oh, you got different layers. Nope, that's never going to be anything. That's not going to go anywhere. Nope, you got to find something else. Nope, that's not good enough. Oh my gosh, then you feel like you're overlooked, like it's not good enough, like you can't make, you know what I'm saying? All those type of things. And I realized that I had to embrace and I even had to learn my new voice because when I first started going back into the studio, my voice sounded exactly how it sounded when I was younger. And I was like listening back to it like, oh my gosh, it sounds like the younger me. And then I had to let go of that identity and service that and do that healing or just choose to let it go. That's it. I mean, the healing is really just letting it go. Like you don't even have to go all the way into it and doing crying and writing. I was doing all that type of stuff. You don't have to. You just got to let it go and choose not to pick it back up again. Consciously choose not to pick it back up again. When that situation comes up, when it's time for you to share it with the world, when it's time for you to share it with somebody intimately, just choose not to pick it back up. She said, hey, you said what passive fine. You better get it back. Get it back. Oh, snap. Hold on, guys. I can't see y'all. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I can see you now. Okay. You said get it back. So y'all with me? You said art is so personal. Yeah, it really is the best medicine for so many things. You are harmed while creating it. It affects you assessing creative power with confidence. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly. That's so true. That's so true. It's personal. It means something to you. It's you expressing yourself. So it's almost like you're being you, who you are is being rejected, right? Who you are is being rejected. All right, you guys. Woo! Oh my gosh. We have had a jam-packed, like, this is I feel like for you that are here, you don't need another sign. You don't need another circumstance. You know what to do. You just got to stop hesitating. You just got to stop hesitating. Fear doesn't mean stop. It means move differently. But move. But move. Mhm. We also question those things. Yes. Yep. You said my husband is a visual artist. Oh, he sees some things. Oh, what he's seeing. What he be he sees some things. You put the eyes like Elevate says, Yes, now when I draw, I can't even believe I did that. Look, see, you see what I'm saying, sis? Taking your power back. You're like, listen. Now when I draw, I'm like, dang, I've been sitting on this. What the what? That's taking your power back. You're like, listen, all this time. See, a lot of times we let other people, we give our power away to those experiences. That's why I say call your power back from the experience because there's a part of you that was left there. And you need that right now because you're rising if you haven't already risen. And I believe if you're here, I see the risen part of you. I see that you've already risen. You don't need the confirmation anymore. You don't need to continue to just be like, I need more knowledge. I need more. I need such and such. No, it's like, listen, you have enough of what you have right now to do exactly what you're meant to do. You just got to do it. You know enough. You've been learning enough. You've just been hesitating. Some of you, right? Some of us, we've been hesitating. All right, y'all ready to play the next game? I want y'all to type it. Game. You say yes, it is. Yes, yes. I love that for you, girl. I'm so excited. Look, Cass. Look, look. You know how I feel about you and your drawings. You know how I feel. You're gonna change the game for so many people. You. uh, I'm so excited for you. I'm excited because I know. I just feel it. I feel it. Ooh, I love that. All right, guys. We done left things in the tomb already. We done chose our next move. Now we're gonna play a game called game called Old You versus New You. This is the last game. Old You versus the New You. All right, so I'm gonna say something and I want you to type in the comments if it's the old you or if it's the new you. Okay? Y'all ready? Put a thumbs up if y'all ready. Elevate says, I've definitely been making mine more personal when I stopped drawing. It actually started suppressing everything about me. Ooh. Yes, it actually started suppressing everything. Oh my gosh. You see what I mean? Woo! Listen, I know, like Cass, listen. When that incident happened with me singing, and then as I got older, and if y'all don't know this, I don't know. Look, I'm acting like Nate can't see me live. I'm like, let me tell y'all something about Nate. Y'all didn't know. Look, let me tell y'all something y'all didn't know. But y'all know, like Nate can sing. He can sing. Okay, he's one of those people. He really can sing. And he plays all these different instruments, and he makes music, to my meditations and any songs that I have. So even as an adult, Cass, I started doubting who I was because I felt like who I was wasn't good enough because of the rejection that I had experienced over and over and over with being my authentic self. In many areas, it just happened to be that my voice happened to be one of the biggest ways, right? So as I got older and I met Nate who can sing and dance and stuff like me, and I related to that, I was excited. But then when I met people that he met and they knew that I can sing, but they would always ask Nate to sing, then I felt it all over again from my past. I was like, all right, nah. Like one time I had to pull somebody into to the side and sing for them. Like, I can sing. Like everybody always be like, Nate, I want you to sing. Nate, I want you to sing. Nate, can you sing? And I would like make myself be a part of like the praise team. I'm like, listen, I can sing. I'm gonna join the praise team. I'm gonna do this. Like, I'm a singer. Like, why do they always just look over me? Like, what's happening here? Like, I'm an adult now. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, mm-mm. Still Nate. And so as an adult, I had to I still was dealing with, y'all see how that same energy creeps back in when we living in our old identity in certain areas? It creeps back in different ways and in different areas of our life. And it shows up again. And it's like, now let me see what you do. Will you operate in your old identity of feeling rejected? Or you be like, listen, maybe this experience is not for me. Maybe look, sometimes you got to do stuff like this. And you got to talk and you got to say, listen, um maybe my voice is just too good for what they want me to sing. Like maybe you know, and I also had to learn to stop comparing myself to others. Stop comparing myself. I didn't understand because Nate, he don't be wanting to sing. He's like, no. He always be like, no, I'm not singing. So now I'm like, all right, he don't want to sing, but I want to sing. And they still want to ask me to sing. And I was like, doggone it, this is confirmation. God, are you trying to tell me something? Y'all, I'm telling you, I've had these conversations. I'm like, are you trying to tell me something? It's just rejection after rejection after rejection. And then I would start working on songs in the studio and I couldn't find an engineer. And I would just be like, all right, listen, so you don't want me to put my stuff out. I understand. I got you. I'm just going to sit down somewhere. I'm going to just start talking. I'm going to just talk. And then I realized that my singing wasn't for everybody else. It was for me. Oh, y'all. Come on, y'all. Put some hearts in the comments if that's you. If you've been thinking that your gift was just for everybody else. Ooh, come on. If you've been thinking that your gift was just for everybody else. I don't know how many tears I cried about this. I've been like, listen, I've been servicing people. I've been servicing the collective. I've been giving. I've been showing up. I've been sewing into people. I've been doing things for free. I've been going, 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 going. So why is it the very thing that I love that I'm doing for me gets to put on hold? Oh, I was mad at everybody. I was just like, listen, I'm mad at my past. I'm mad at God. I'm mad at so like I call everybody. I call God by all different names. I'm just like, oh, I'm mad at everybody. Because y'all not making this happen for me. And I've given everything else that I have. What else do you want? I don't know if y'all hearing me. I don't know. Check, mic, check. You said, I feel that first thing that we should do when we rise is find something to create that represents who we are. Yes, come on. Like maybe a new look, like a piece of art. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that piece of art you haven't created. Yes, come on. It represents a new version of you. I love that. Yes. Cass says that validation is a mug. Yeah. It's like, shoot, pick me. Pick me. And it was like, no. Pick yourself. Come on, y'all. Pick yourself. Ain't nobody gotta pick you. That was my lesson. It was like, listen, you've been looking for everything else outside of yourself to confirm what you already know. You want to do it, do it. Stop stopping yourself. Stop waiting for somebody to approve for you to do what you want to do. What? You say, yes, I was definitely under the impression that I had, to sing as a ministry. Nate did too. I think that's why he really stopped, because he was told in church, like, you got to sing for God. And that was how you use your gift, not in the world, but for God. And that's what really mattered. And he was like, nah, deuces. I want to be able to sing freely. We need validation because as humans, we are social, communal beings, but we need to attract people worthy of validating us, people who honor us. Yes. Now, I like that. I love that. It's not taken away from validation as a whole, but it's also being like, yeah, surround yourself around the right people that they will do it for you regardless. Like they will just, not even for you, they will just see your greatness and they will just do it automatically. It's not something you got to ask for. But when you're around the right people that's for you, they will do it. And let me tell you that I've had people bring me to tears unexpectedly because they've been like, let me just tell you, Iswa. And I'll be like, oh, thank you so much. You don't even know how much this means to me because it's like, oh, right? Like, oh my gosh. I got that. You said, yeah, people who honor us. I love that, Carla. Yes. You said, but honor yourself first. Come on. You got to honor you. It was for you. Yes. Yo. Same. Yes. That's exactly where I am. Yes. You said, yeah, that churchy life sucked the fun out of creativity. Yeah. I got that. I know what you mean. Joy says, my auntie wrote that in every card she gave me as a child to use your gifts for the Lord. So relatable. Wow. And guess what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish, Lena, don't you wish sometimes that your future self would have talked to your younger self back then and would have whispered something in their ear and be like, let them know that you are using your gifts for the Lord. You are using your gift for God. Doggone it. If God lives in me and it's coming from inside of me, then every time I use it and every time I open up my mouth and every time I choose myself, I'm also choosing God. Every time I choose myself, I'm also choosing the Lord. Every time I choose myself, I'm also choosing everything else around me that I am choosing. The very thing, I'm using it for all of the above. But first, like if I'm listen, y'all, because see, I can go deep and I can talk about I'm God. I can talk about we're gods. Come on, I can go into that. We're an extension. That means we are. There is no separation. We're not above the trees either. The trees are God too. It all exists. It's all energy. God is everything expanded. And I even talked about this with Nate. I was like, man, sometimes we think that God is just that source is just this ball of energy that's sitting in space somewhere that you have to get to. And you get to see it once you transition. And it's just this. And I was like, but what if we remove that idea and embrace the idea that it's not a ball of energy sitting anywhere? It is all forever expanding. It is everywhere within everything. It's not one place, it's every place. That's where omnipresent comes from. What if we just moved our mindset a little bit? Yes. Yeah. Yes. You said yes. Boom. Our aunties really meant well, but they didn't know everything. Yeah, they have one level of their mindset was at a certain level for their time, right? Their time, that's where it was. But they did that. They had to be there so that you can be the one to be able to know the difference. See, sometimes it's not meant to harm you, it's there to help you. And that's when you realize everything is not happening to me, it's happening for me. If I didn't feel rejected before, I wouldn't have learned how to not reject myself. I wouldn't have learned the opposite of rejection. I wouldn't have learned how to love myself, how to do this for me, how to be my everything, how to move past my uncomfortable moments, how to move past fear and choose to do it anyway. I wouldn't have learned these things. I wouldn't have learned if I had not been challenged or if I had not you know what I'm saying, been at that, it had that experience, right? They meant well. They did what they knew to do. And now it's time for us to take it further. If everything expands and evolves, why wouldn't our mindset expand and evolve? Not saying that everything in the past was horrible and bad, so we got to throw everything in the trash. But I'm telling you, bring some things with you, and some things need to stay where they are because you evolve in the way that you think about it. I am divine laboratory of creativity. Come on. Yes, exactly. God's lab is me. Come on. You said, I love that. Keep it, sus. It's open source. Let's go. Exactly. Those experiences are powerful reference points. Yes, exactly. So that's why I don't cry over them anymore. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes if I feel teary eyed, I just let myself be because I had to learn my tears are magic. I grew up being told that I cry too much. So I was like trying not to cry. And then at one point in my life, I stopped crying completely. And I would be at church wondering why everybody else was crying. And I even prayed, like, all right, God, can you make me cry? Because everybody crying. They must be going through stuff. And I don't feel like I can relate. I'm sitting here looking around like, what in the world? Why do everybody cry every Sunday? Like, why the same people? What do they be going through? Like, as a kid, I was thinking those thoughts. And I actually prayed a prayer. I was like, God, can you make me cry? I want to be able to relate to these people. Like, am I not going through enough? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I was like, I want to experience things so that I can be able to, relate to anything my kids are going through. And I'm not saying pray that prayer. I'm not saying say that thing because when I said it, I did experience things. So be careful what you say and what you ask for and the questions that you ask too. We talked about the whys. We talked about the whys. Exactly. Those experiences, yes, they were powerful reference points. Yes. Right. So like I'm telling you, like I had to go through that. And then I got to a point where I was always crying about something. And then I was like, I was cried too much to people. And so I had to learn along the way that my tears are magic. And I started transforming my tears. When I would feel a certain type of way, then I would transform my tears from this negative thought to a positive because I understood that the manifestation comes through the feeling as well. So I knew that I couldn't stay feeling sad about the situation. And I knew that I need to rise above it. So then I started telling myself and I created this mini course that was called Your Tears Are Magic. I wanted people to understand that you can cry and use your tear on a plant and amazing things will happen. Like in my mind, I just was like, I was just like, man, crying. Like this one person was really into plants and stuff. I was like, have you ever like cried into a plant before? Like, I mean, like let your tears just yo, I was My creativity, my imagination, it just goes beyond, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just let it free. I let it run free because sometimes we like neglect that child version of ourselves that has the imagination because we feel like, oh, we're grown-ups now. Like Peter Pan, we're grown-ups now. And like we can't imagine things anymore. We can't imagine the unthinkable anymore. No, you definitely can and you should. That is how we continue to evolve. Don't be afraid to share it, you know? Oh, you said, okay, you said it's actually worse to get no feedback. Plant that is neglected dies faster than the abused ones. Whoa! So you have to be ready to pour into yourself. Can I just throw this bot? Like I want to throw. Did y'all hear that? I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it for the people in the back. She said it's actually worse to get no feedback. She said, plant that is negative, right? A plant that is no neglected. A plant that's neglected, it dies faster than the abused one. So you have to be ready to pour into yourself. Where have we been neglecting ourselves? Where have we not been pouring into ourselves? Come on. She said, you ain't always going to be around people who get it. Sometimes we experience that contrast to learn how strong we truly are or can be. Come on, guys. Come on. If it doesn't kill you, makes you stronger, right? Oh my gosh. Listen, I want to scream that cuz we need to understand. It's going to make you stronger like she's saying, stronger. Contrast to learn how strong we truly are or can be. What is that song? Who is that song by? Makes you stronger, stand a little harder. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't know. I don't know the rest of the words, y'all. I can't remember, but that's the only part that I heard. Like I've just been hearing songs this whole time. If it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. And sometimes, even if it does, it's gonna make you stronger. Even if it does. Because guess what? At what comes after what's left when death arrives? What's worse than that? What else? You're already down. You're already going through transition. There's nothing else. The only thing you can do is go up. That's the next thing. You have to go up. Oh yeah, the wheels are spinning. That wheel of fortune is spinning. Come on, y'all. I was talking about the hourglass one time before, and I was just like, do y'all understand that y'all are in the center of an hourglass? That you know what, you got the sand at the top that goes has to go through you. Everything has to filter through you, and it gets right there. And then at one point, everything that's at the top becomes the bottom, and then it has to switch. So y'all have to understand that the cycle of things when it switches, don't get discouraged by the switch. Listen, y'all. You said Kelly Clarkson. Okay, there we go. I gotta give her a shout out. Listen, thank you for saying I gotta listen to that song. You said yes. Kelly Clarkson. Okay, I got it. She said, sis, I'm sorry. I was cracking up when you said, what do they be going through every Sunday? That's so real. This is that was what I was thinking. I would be seeing people like shouting all the time, and I'll be like, I'm not feeling nothing. Like I don't understand what am I supposed to? How do I get to that point where I feel like I just want to let loose and like dance like that? Like how? What needs to happen? And I'm not experiencing life. And I was like, maybe because I'm a kid, because I don't have to pay bills. Like, yo, when I was a kid, I was in my mind a lot talking to myself in church because I was bored, like sometimes. You know what I mean? I was like, why do people be shouting? What do they go through? You know, maybe because I'm not an adult, I don't go through anything. Because I'm like, I don't get it. Like, why are they feel? What happens when they feel something to like get them to that point where they got to start running and screaming and like all this type of stuff? What happens? Like, is it bills? Is it relationships? Like, maybe it's adult stuff I don't know about. I'm being honest, y'all. That's how I was thinking back then. Like at one point, I wanted to shout until my cousin started breaking out shouting on the side of me one day. And I was like, "Oh shoot, nah, this is too real." Was I was like, "No, I'm done. I got it. That's it." I saw my sister running around the church. I was like, "Nope, I'll pass." I started feeling a little something. I'm like, "No, not when I pass it. I ain't about to do this." I said, God, I ain't ready yet. Wait, let me fix my hair. I start vibing to Beyonce in my head. Y'all was like, hold on, wait, we trying to do the countdown. Let me fix my hair. Let me fix my dress. Let me, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm being silly. You said, what are they going through? You said you screaming, Carla. Rachel, you said that's what Black Twitter calls her. It lives rent free in my mind. Oh my gosh. Elevate says, yes, Carla, yes. Oh my gosh, you say we ain't always gonna. Oh my gosh, Clarkson. Oh my gosh, y'all, listen. Hold on, hold on. Oh, hold on, y'all. Let's see, can y'all hear me now? And y'all can see me now. Okay, can y'all hear me and see me now? Okay. I think we just had a little too much energy. I think that energy was just like really going through and it was just like taking over. Okay, so where I left off, Carla said, yes. You said, yes, Carla. Rachel, that's okay. We got that part. Yes, there was a big feeling in church. I used to love it. And then when I sing solo, I be the one running in those heels. What? You just took off. Carla just took off. It says, Joy says, that's so real. I didn't ever feel it in that way. Either one time at the altar, someone told me, just keep clapping and I'll get it. I was like, okay. She said, all right, listen, Joy. I know all about that. Like, just listen. It's gonna come. Just say Jesus, 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 Jesus. It's gonna come. It's coming up. It's coming up. I was like, now this starting to sound like star seed language. This starting to sound like light language. Listen, y'all, later on, I was like, we was doing light language at the altar, guys. The whole time. Okay, so Carla says, speaking of never being picked, when I didn't get the solo in the choir, I just asked to sing my own solo. End up tearing myself up. Oh, really? Yes, girl. I tried out for a solo too. He said, oh my gosh. He said, just go with it. It's fine. Yeah. No, don't get scared now. Oh my God. Look. She's like, don't get scared now. Now you asked for you to have this experience. Don't do that now. Don't pick it down. Put it down. Pick it back up. Carla says, exactly. Made me feel so awkward. I can laugh about it now, but that stuck with me. Wow, for a little minute. Like, what am I not getting here? Yeah, y'all. Mm-hmm. Carla says, yes, there was a lot of that. Just have faith. Mm-hmm. Just believe. And you know, Nate was talking to me about believing today, and he said the reason why I don't. Are y'all here? First of all, put a heart in the chat if y'all with me. Put a heart in the chat. Um, hey Iswa. Oh my gosh. Hi. My evolving wellness. Maisha. What's up, sis? Oh, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate that. They weren't wrong, but they were definitely some missing information. Yeah. Oh, thank you. So you'll make me teary eyed. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you being here, sis. Yes. Oh my gosh. Y'all listen. So put a thumbs up or a heart in the chat if y'all hear me right now, because I know we went out for a minute. And we back in, y'all. We back in. Okay, good. Thank you so much. Okay, listen, y'all. So I was just talking to Nate about this today. We had an incredible conversation about infinite versus oh shoot, what's the word? Nate'll tell me. But we had that conversation today and it started going on. I was like, oh my gosh, this definitely should have been a podcast episode. So we'll probably bring it to you guys, but might talk about it. I don't know because he's doing something. He could have came in here, but he gave me the fix and everything. So I thank him for that. But he was like, you know why I don't say the word I believe as much? I mean, you know, like believing. You must believe. You have to believe. I was like, well, why? Because I mean, I'll be telling people that I'll be like, look, you gotta believe it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta believe it. You gotta know it. He said that, but he said it's because I just know. I just know. And I was like, dang. So it's like once you get to a point where you like move past East by Loving the Green. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. It's like when you move past the point of just being like, I believe. Oh my gosh, I'm thinking about Shrek, y'all. Please. This is what I'm saying. I feel like my spirit tribes are being funny today. You know, I feel like they're being funny because I keep getting all songs and movie references. Like, what is happening here? Yes, when you know something, you don't need to explain it. Exactly. It moves past belief to knowing. You don't need to be like, yes, I have to believe that. Because he's like, when you say that you have to believe something, there still is some form of doubt there. And I had never thought about that before. Yes, you embody it. Exactly. Yep. You know it. You embody it. That's what the rise is all about. Embodiment. Yes, he said, sis, I love it. You know, I plays all day. Yes. I love it. Yo, yes, come on, Nate. Come on. Choppy, no sound. Oh no, can y'all hear me now? If you can hear me, I need y'all to put some thumbs up in the chat. I want to make sure you can go out, come back in, but I want to make sure before I keep going, everybody can hear me okay. 222 on the clock. I hear you fine. Okay, perfect. I hear you good. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Okay. So, okay, good. Okay, maybe go out and come back in and see if that works. I hope it works great. 222 on the clock, alignment, balance, harmony, things are coming together. Alignment, we're together, right, guys? Or oh, listen. But that's what he told me, and I never thought about it that way before. Confirmation. Ooh, thank you. I love when that happens. I love it. I used to think it was like, kind of fake sometimes, honestly. Can I be honest? I used to think that confirmation burps were like, it was just like, okay, what they been eating? I was just like, that ain't real, what I'm saying? And I was trying not to judge it, but I was just like, man, is that really a real thing? Like, and then I started just being like, okay, I'm gonna just let them have their experience. And then when it started happening to me, I was like, see, this is why you just need to shut up. This is why you just need to just don't question stuff. I'm like, how in the world? How did confirmation birth become a thing? Y'all, listen, it's a thing. Okay, then just okay, you out. Okay. I'm like, what in the world, right? But yeah, y'all, that had to sit with me for a while when they said that. I was like, oh my freaking gosh. You don't even say believe because you're like, I just have a knowing. I just know. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow, wow. So I feel like sometimes we might start off with having to believe, feeling like we have to believe something. But that belief turns into a knowing. It turns into a knowing. Oh, okay, here he is. Belief in something means there is doubt present. Yes. Yep, I remember you saying it. There is doubt present, right? When you feel like belief should lead to knowing. Yes, yep, that's what he's saying. Yep, exactly. And I was just like, oh my gosh. But I love when that happens, when you can like talk to people and be able to like go back and forth like that, and then you're like, oh, this totally expanded what I teach. It expanded. Now when I go back to people, I'll be like, don't just believe, baby. I need you to know. I need you to know who you are. I need you to know what you want to do. I need you to take action on that through the knowing. Because when you know, you fully trust. Or you trust. You have to trust. God darn it. But then there's still some people that will know exactly what to do, but they don't trust themselves to do it. See, doggone it. Let me see. You see what I'm saying? Like, all things exist simultaneously. They all exist, all ways of things. That's interesting. See, some of us, and I think I talked about this a little earlier. I was like, listen, there's some people that might operate that might be like, yeah, I do the physical stuff. I'm showing up, I'm doing the work, but they haven't done the inner work. So then something happens. Or the person is like, I've done all the inner work, I've been healing, I've been doing all my stuff. Why is this happening? But then they haven't taken the action, the physical part of it. He said, okay, then y'all go talk about what doubt is in that podcast. Do or do not. There is no try. Yoda. Whoa. Talk about what doubt is in that podcast. Okay. Okay, we're gonna okay. What is doubt? Dun, 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 dun. Look, y'all, see, we've been talking about church so much. I'm making up church songs while we on. Oh my gosh. Y'all, listen. What is doubt? Oh shoot. Dun-dun-dun. How to move past doubt. How to let go of doubt. Why do you even have doubt? How is doubt formed? What experience was your first experience with doubting yourself? Yes, come through, composer. Look. Duh, duh, duh. Listen, y'all, if y'all don't know nothing about me when it comes to singing, I love harmonies. I am the person that will mock the entire choir and every little part of it. I'll be the soprano, the alto, and the doggone tenor. And I'll be up like, da, da, da. Me and Nate used to play around all the time. Da, 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 da. I was that person. I was like, da, 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 da. Like, me and Nate, y'all, sometimes we be having so much fun. Just like, we be having so much fun sometimes, just like doing little stuff like that. Sometimes we'll just sit in the car and just listen to all the oldies because when I was able to get to a point where I could listen to like gospel and Christian music again, because through my experience I let it all go. I couldn't even listen to it because I felt like most of the songs were sad. They were always talking about like something that had happened to them. And I was just like, right now, I'm like healing from all that stuff. I don't want to be reminded of it. I don't want to be like, God, please help me. I done mad. I did this. And then he came to my rescue. And then such and such, I was like, dog on it. Like, can we talk about what happens after the fact? Like, can we talk about like, like something good, not like a struggle? So like I had to stop listening to everything. And I just completely cut everything off. You you say yes, come through comparison. Yes, we need to hear y'all expand the idea. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Nate, you hear that? We need to expand the idea. What if doubt is attached to our sense of time and space? I'm gonna let y'all chew on that because tangents in the rabbit holes. Uh-huh. Okay. What if doubt is attached to our sense? Hey Nate, is that Nate coming? I'm gonna write this down. What if doubt is attached to our sense? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Yes, 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 yes. And we'll have to wait. I'm trying not to answer that. Okay, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on. But once I was able to like stop being so angry and embrace it and just be like, listen, like, oh my gosh, like sometimes when me and Nate will just sit in the car and listen to all of our ODs, no matter what they are, like every genre, whatever it is. We don't care if it's like twerking music, if it's music that's like DJ Catton music, if it's like I mean all different kinds, jazz, like whatever it might be, like soft soulful music, like all different genres of music, and we'll just listen to all of our favorites and like just have a whole little dance party in there, like singing and doing breaking down stuff, just having fun. And I think it's important to do that, and we do it in our car, y'all, because sometimes like we want to have our own time to just be like no interruptions, so that's the fun thing to do. Don't answer, we'll be here all night. I know, right? I know, yeah. Okay, you guys, so we went over all this stuff. Let's play the last game. It's called old you versus new you. Okay, so I'm gonna say something and I want you to tell me if it represents the old you or if it represents the new you. All right, so y'all ready? Let's go. Number one, overthinking everything. Is that your old you or the new you? Y'all, this is just too easy. I don't know if we can do this one. This one's easy. Overthinking everything is the old you. So what would the new you be? If you've been an overthinker, don't say the new me doesn't overthink because we know that. I want you to go deeper. If the old you overthinks everything, then what does the new you do? What 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 does the new you do? What happens? What happens? What happens? And then I'm gonna open up this thing because y'all saw. Look, if y'all watched the video from day one, I'm gonna open this up. Joy, I know you was here, so I'm gonna open it up for you after this, and then we gonna end, y'all. I love y'all so much. After this, okay, what's the new you? Do y'all know, or y'all waiting for me? The new me reflects on what I actually want. Mm, mm. Tell me that it's human nature. Why? I love that. Exactly, right? I love that. All right, I'm gonna do another one. Next one is saying yes when you mean no. Oh, who's all done that? Saying yes when you really mean no. Okay. So what's the new you're gonna do? That was the old you. You kept saying yes and you really meant no because you didn't want to disappoint anybody. You was like, doggone it. People are used to coming to me for this. If they know that I'm changing my identity now and I really don't want to do that, I'm going to disappoint them and they're not going to like me, or they're going to say this about me and they're going to think I don't care about them anymore. And oh man, what? Anybody else felt like that? What is that? What is the new you? All right. So the new you, oh, I'm gonna wait. Somebody's typing. Dun, 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 dun. Mm-hmm. So saying yes when you really mean no, the new you is gonna start choosing yourself anyway. The new you is gonna start choosing yourself. You're gonna be like, listen, like it's okay for me to say no. That's an answer. It's okay for me to do that. Like it's totally fine. I have to choose myself. I have to choose my peace. I have to choose what works for me because it's me at the end of the day. It's gonna be me that's picking myself up. You know what I'm saying, all the time, or having to deal with certain energy and different things like that. The new me honors my integrity. Let's freaking go. Yes, yes, Maisha. I was about to say Mo to the and it's Moesha. And I'm like, that's why I didn't say it. Come on, honors your integrity. Because you matter. Honor yourself. Come on, last one I'm gonna do. Doubting yourself. The old self, I love that, Maisha. Yo, the old self doubted yourself. So now what does the new you do? Hmm. I was doubting before, but what am I doing now? What am I doing now? This is the last one, you guys. Knows yourself. Knows my. Look, at first I thought you said know thyself. I was like, all right, sacred woman. All right, queen of fool. Like, know thyself. Yes. Know myself. It was doubting yourself. Now I'm about to know me. Now I'm about to get to know who I really am, because if I really know who I am, there is nothing to doubt. I'm just going to move. I'm just going to trust because I know. I know. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. What? Oh my gosh. Mm. So from now on, you guys, if you haven't already, and I know some of you already have, you say, "See what I did there? What's Nate? Where's Nate? I know, right? Nate, where are you?" You say, "Right, so yeah, know myself." Right? Now, guys, as we continue to rise, trusting yourself enough to make the next step, to make your next move. Trust yourself enough. I believe everybody here is already risen. They've already been making the move, already been taking the step, because you have something to offer this world, right? That nobody else can. Only you. Because you're meant for a special purpose. For a time such as this, right here. This moment is yours, and it's time for you to rise in it. So I don't know if you've been underneath a shell. I don't know if you've been in your chrysalis. I don't know if you've been in hermit mode. I don't know what you've been doing. But I know that something's been stirring up on the inside of you, and it's time for you to rise and bring it forward and bring it out. I almost said believe in myself, but I caught it. Oh, they said yes. Have I been summoned? I know he's saying that. That's why I'm saying it like that. That's how he is. She said know myself, and she was like she was gonna say believe, but then she thought about what you said. She was like know myself. Oh my gosh, y'all! We had an incredible time today. For sure. I'm going to read this. So I have these two things right here. I did a video for day one, and everybody watched it. And in that video, I told you guys that I something happened and I wanted to share something with you guys. I was like, I forgot what I said. What did I say? I was like, something. I had a thought that came to my mind, and I want y'all to know something. So I got two papers here. I'm gonna read the first one. Nice, nice, Carla. All right. I wrote it down. I put it in my cup. So I was talking in the video about the rise, the 3-day experience, you guys, right? I was talking about how I You so silly. You are so silly, Carla. I was talking to you guys about how I was putting together rides and I wasn't really 100% sure if I was going to do it. It was originally going to be a in-person retreat. And then I was like, I'm not feeling in person. I need to do it virtual, but I'm going to do it free and I'm going to do it on YouTube, right? But I was waiting for like, I was just like, listen, let me make sure that I gathered everything up. I didn't even really know. It made me nervous because I didn't really know what I was going to talk about. And I was just like, yeah, but I haven't got the real message. So should I do it? Like, what is the message? I just know the title. Like, and it's a week, right? It's about to be next weekend, the weekend. So maybe I'm just not meant to do it because all I have is the title. I don't even know what all I'm going to be talking about. Y'all, I had to let y'all know that patience is a virtue because after that, I let it go and I surrendered to the process and I put this together in less than 1 week. My tribe helped. That's all I can say. Look, y'all, I put this together in less than a week. Y'all know I had to put the kit together. The kit came with a playlist, a meditation. It came with 3 days of my notes. It came with a fast. It came with journal prompts. It came with, oh my gosh, it came with ritual practices to do every single day so that you wouldn't just watch the experience, the live, but that you can be in the experience, right? And be going through the experience as I'm teaching it. It was supposed to be an interactive kit, right? Put the whole thing together. I said, this is what I said, guys. I told my spirit tribe, I was like, listen, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, but if I am supposed to be doing this, I need you to make it the easiest it's ever been. I need you to make it the easiest. And guess what happened? It was so easy because of all the years prior, I knew how to use Canva, I knew how to put stuff together. I had, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing this stuff and everything, but it was like butter. It was so easy. It was too easy. I was just like, what the what? The colors just formed. Putting this together just formed. Like I was like, I thought I was gonna be like tired and worn out before. And I was like, no, literally the messages was coming like day after day, different messages, and even some messages on the day of that was like, oh snap, you want me to say this? Songs was coming. I put the playlist together. The songs came together like butter too, like this puzzle piece that was all fusing together. I had a playlist that went like with each day, 4 or 5 songs that went per day, day one, day two, and day three, going over death, your rise, and then your risen, right? Your right, no, your death, your tomb, and your rise. Yeah. Yep, Carla, you get it. Yeah, so guys, all right. So now I have one more thing to tell you guys. All right, y'all ready? I want y'all to type ready in the comments. Y'all ready? Let me open this up. Let me. Listen, y'all ready? Y'all ready? Nate, what in the world? Oh, that's Carla with all them emojis. Carla said, Iswa, you're always working through, even when you're not. Of course, it came to you like lightning. Aw, thank you. Yeah, look, did you know that lightning is my nickname? Yo, that's something I've been listening. I don't listen. Do y'all know lightning has been my nickname since I've been in, like, I mean, probably 2 or 3 years old. Like since I can remember, that's how early. I don't even know. It could have been earlier than that, but when I was started recalling like that, that's what it was. I was like, not 2 or 3. I was 3 or 4 when I started remembering, and I was like, oh snap, yeah, lightning is one of my nicknames. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. Boom. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. It's fitting. Yes. Oh, thank you. The ease in the flow. Love this. Yes. Yes. I just allowed it to flow. I didn't rush. I was, because because I knew that I was going through a part where I had to call my energy back. And I was going through that and I felt really like weird about it because I was like, oh my gosh, like people are gonna look at me like I was like, no, no, but this is what I'm really feeling. And because I was going through a transition myself and I felt like I needed to rise before I did this. I'm like, I want to rise in a new level in a new way in my life too before I even do this. Like I'm serious about what I do. I'm not just gonna tell you about it. I've lived it. So right then and there, then my spirit tribe set me down. I talk about this on a video, like set me down and was like, no, listen, you've done this over and over and over. Matter of fact, that's why the book got incorporated. I didn't anticipate on talking about the book, but that's why the book got incorporated in this because it was like, doggone it, you got a whole book. You got a whole academy. Your academy goes over this. What are you talking about? Why are you doubting yourself now? Why are you thinking that there has to be some new message, some new thing? There, what do you mean? You've done this, you live this, you embody this. This is you. Rise up and know who you are. But I had to call my energy back to do that because I was trying to be over here, worrying about this over here. And I was just like, oh, snap. Spirit was like, no, you need to be in silence and stillness. You need to hear, you need to understand this. So I had to understand that this was something that I've already been doing. And that in life, like as we continue to rise in different areas in our life, um, it's a beautiful thing. It's nothing bad. It's nothing wrong. It's like, God, now we got to get excited. We have to learn that we can get excited in our death experience, in our tune. We can be dancing all up in our tunes, dancing up. Oh, we ain't got to wait till we rise in order to start dancing and to get excited and to get happy about something. We don't wait to the rise to do that. We start doing it day one. In day one, ease and flow. Ready? All right, let's go. All right, so this is the next one, y'all. This is a big one. So I said, you know what? This happened to me, and I gotta let them know. A few nights ago, I put the nerve connected to my lip is recovering. I said this would happen. Okay. So I don't know if you guys have heard that story, but when I had some work done and on my tooth and the nerve, this was some years ago, and I was really crying about this because I was explaining to the people. I was actually like going off because I was really upset. This was a few years ago, and I was just like, I'm a public speaker. I was like, I'm a coach. I need to talk to people. And now I'm not feeling my lip. And then once the feelings started coming back, it was like the nerve was damaged or something. And so they was like, it could take like months to years for it to be like that. And so I felt like I was talking a little weird. I felt like I couldn't really express myself like I normally do. And I felt like my words weren't coming out a certain way. And nobody knew this because I didn't tell anybody that this was happening. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And I remember just crying about it, like, am I not going to talk the same? Like, that's how I was thinking. So even sometimes when I might talk, I still wasn't feeling a certain part of my lip as I was talking. So it felt different. And I told myself and I told Nate, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to worry about this anymore because when it's time, it's going to come back. When it's time, it's going to come back. When it's time for me to start speaking a certain way, when it's time for me to shift into something else or whatever it might be, when it's time, it's going to be back. And so I wanted to let y'all know that it's time. It's time for you and it's time for me. Those things that are going on with our body, they're going to start awakening. They're going to start healing. You're going to start rising in a different way. Those aches and pains in our body, they are meant to be healed. They're not meant to limit us. And I was like, listen, I cannot be limited. I got to keep going. Even with me talking like this, I have to keep going. And let me tell you guys, the other day, I felt the part of my lip that I hadn't felt in a while. I was like, oh my gosh. And I was rubbing. I was like, oh my God. Like, I was just like, oh my, like I could feel something had happened. And I don't know what happened, but I could feel something different. And so I had to write that down because that's a part of my journey that I want to share with you guys. So I hope that it inspired you and encouraged you in some way to know that when something happens like that, it's not the end all be all, but even if it is something that you feel like you won't recover from or whatever, just say that it's so, believe that it's so, know that it's so. Oh, I caught myself. I caught myself too. Know that it's so and be okay with it. Okay, you guys, know that it's so. And now I'm excited and I'm happy that it's so and that I said that it would be so. And even though it's not exactly like this side yet, but it's better than what it was. And I'm excited about that part. Even if it never gets exactly how the other side is, I'm still okay. It did not stop me. I chose to rise above what my situation was. I chose to rise above what that experience was. And now we are choosing to rise above our old identity. We are choosing to rise above the old experiences, to rise above the unfamiliar, rise above the uncomfortable, rise above the people pleasing, rise above the boundaries, rise above the inconsistency, rise above the lack of trust. You've got the vision. It's already been made plain enough. Now we just gotta take it. You said there you go. Oh, and was I not here before? But to rise above. So guys, today I want y'all to say this with me. And I want y'all to put a heart in the chat if y'all here so we can all say it together. I want you to know this. Everything that you said you were putting down in that tomb, do not pick back up after today. Do not pick back up. Some people said they were letting go of doubt. Somebody else said today they were letting go of procrastination. Somebody said they was letting go of perfectionism. Somebody said they was letting go of the past completely, of doubting themselves, of lack of self-trust. Whatever you said that you were leaving in that tomb, leave in that tomb. Because today you really have risen and it's time for you to keep going. No, you remember to say. No, you remember to say no. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. So if y'all still here, put a heart in the chat. Let me know you're here so we can all say this together. Then I know that you're ready and we can say it together. There is power in numbers, you guys. When we all come together, same focused thoughts and intention. It's a powerful thing. It's a powerful thing. All right, all right. We got a heart in the chat. We've got a heart. All right, y'all here. We got two hearts. Anybody else here? Who else is here? Okay. All right, you guys. I want y'all to say this with me. Ooh, place one hand on your heart chakra. Dot, dot, dot. One hand on your solar plexus. Y'all, listen, what's happening here? Everything is turned into a song, but this is how I live my life, though. So that means that I'm so comfortable with you right now and in the situation that, like, that's what's happening. Because I'm like this in my everyday. I can make a song out of anything, and I just do. This is how I do. So let's go. One hand on your heart chakra, one hand on your solar plexus, which is above the space above your belly button. And I want you to say, today I rise. This is just the beginning. Today I rise. Oh, I want you to say, I have risen. Mm, 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 mm. I have risen. Mm, mm. You've risen. Now I want you to type it in the chat. Seal it in. Seal it in. And honestly, I want you to know that if you receive nothing else today, I want you to receive that you don't need more information. You just need to move. Ashe and amen. Thank you for this, Iswa. You are so incredibly welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for just being a part of this experience, for commenting, for everything that you said, everything you've done, and the things that you've said into my life, right? I'm not going to cry right now because I'm exiting out. But I'm so appreciative of you and the things that you poured into my life. Yeah, today I rise. I have risen. Yes, I have risen. Y'all, we talked about so much stuff today. I'm excited. We done played 3 games. We done all this stuff. Make sure I'm leaving nothing out. Nope, nope, nope. Talk about the nervous system, feminine energy. You've been holding on time to let go. Yep. Life reflects your transition. Yep. When you rise, life is going to reflect the transition. Life is your surroundings are. Tell Cancer Moon not to worry. It's almost bedtime. It's almost best. No. All right, you guys. I love y'all so incredibly much. I cannot do the song, right? Because I'm live on YouTube and I don't want to get the strikes and all that type of stuff. But I love y'all so much. Who's ever here, let me know you're here below so I can give you a shout out before we go. And if you're watching the replay, I love y'all. I hope that you enjoy this live and go watch day 2. Go watch day 1. Listen, there were different energies for each day, and I believe that it was like that on purpose. So I love you guys so much. Let me know you're here. Thank you so much, Carla. Thank you so much, Maisha. Thank you so much, Akasha. Thank you so much, Nate. Thank you so much, Joy. Thank you so much, Joanne. Thank you so much, Mom. Thank you so much, who's ever here and not able to comment. I love y'all. You are so welcome. We gonna exit on out. Peace, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all soon. All right. Make sure that you follow me on here because I'll probably be going live on here and I'll be going live on my academy. So if you guys want information about my academy, the Infinite Goddess Academy, then let me know because all the links to all that information and all my offerings are all below. The how to get, how to donate, how to whatever you got to do, share, anything like that. All of it is below. So share this with somebody you love because we are rising together. Bye, y'all. See y'all. Love y'all. Peace. Oh, remember, you are magic. So today, be magical, spread love, and share your freaking story because you deserve to be heard. And someone out there is waiting to hear from you. Peace. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Because we ready, we're rising, we rise. Dun.